The observer would like to advise that the following video comes with a trigger warning. The content in this video is of a sensitive nature, so please beware that the topic of this video may trigger you. The observer recommends that you consider your own mental health before you watch this video.
Lala Lemon and Angie. Lala Lemon and Angie's. From Angie's she's. Well, you know what? Just because she's from Angie's, I'll let her have her say, because that's fair. I think that's being fair.
Hello?
Hello, Lala Lemon.
Hi, Alex. So yeah, I am a supporter of Angie. I'm not here to defend anyone. I'm not here to pick a fight with you. I'm not here to do anything like that, but I just feel this is getting so far, like this is going so wrong so quick. And everyone says that Angie is struggling with her mental health and, you know, she's really not okay. If you were walking down the road and somebody with clear mental health issues started shouting at you that I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, you'd laugh and walk away. You wouldn't start arguing with them. You wouldn't, you know what I mean, say, yeah, I am going to fight you or I'm going to do this. You'd ignore them. So if Angie is spitting out things and calling people out or whatever when she has a drink in her, would it not just be in everyone's best interest just to ignore her? If she's struggling, if she's really not doing well mentally, would you just be able to ignore her? Because this is going to end so badly, Alex. It's going to...
Yeah, I don't mean to be totally honest with you, Lala. I'm not be totally honest. I feel that it's the things that she says is hard to... If it was just stupid things like Pearl's a clout chaser, Pearl's after my community, or this person's after my community, that stuff you don't care about because you can walk away. But it's the really nasty things like, oh, because she said yesterday, Pearl wants me to unalive myself and all this stuff. And I'm thinking, that is sick things, that's things that you shouldn't be portraying on social media. You shouldn't be putting things on social media like that. It's disgusting.
That's the thing. I think both sides have done some really, really nasty things. And yes, I am an Angie supporter. And Alex, look, there's been things Angie's done that I haven't agreed with. There's been things you've done that I haven't agreed with. There's been things Pearl's done that I haven't agreed with. I don't think anyone is coming out of this clean. But what I'm saying is Angie is really, really, really not well. She's not well at the minute. And I just, if anyone could find some piece of humanity in them. Yes, I know she's saying this, that and the other. I understand that. But if you could find it somewhere just to ignore her, this will not keep escalating. If you can just ignore it, do you know what I mean? I don't think this will escalate any further if it's just left and ignored.
I don't want to let everyone in the boxes at one time because obviously what's going on. But what I will say is, how long have you been watching her for, Lala Lemon, if you don't mind me asking?
God, what month are we in now? September. I'd say I started watching her in maybe April or May, so not that long. Do you know? Not that long.
Yeah. I can tell. Do you know? I'm going to be honest with you. I can tell you haven't viewed her for that long. That's how. You know what I mean? That's why I'm not. That's why I'm with you, and I'm like, I understand what you're saying and stuff. And when you've been around someone only a few months, you go in on what she's saying. And to be honest with you, she has looked like a victim a lot of the times with the way she's kind of spoke and made herself out on the live. But I guarantee you, over 2-3 years, if you was an avid viewer, you wouldn't be having the same opinion now, unfortunately. And I ain't going to be two-faced because I forgave her and we moved on and everything, and she said some things about me, I've said things about her. I ain't an innocent party in any of this. I'm going to hold my hands up. However, the stuff that people are getting can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm listening, yeah. Okay, now I can't hear anything. I can't hear anything.
Sorry,
I can hear you now.
I had the glitch thing that let this thing happen anyway. But the problem is, I wasn't actually going to let you up, right? I'm going to be honest with you, and that was just for yourself, because at the end of the day, she'll know that you've been in my box now, and you probably will be blocked by her. I'm going to be totally honest with you.
Look, that's Angie's decision. I'm not here to scream at anyone. I'm not here to, fight with anyone. Alex, I'm not here to call you out on things that you've done. I'm not here to call Pearl out, and I'm not here to call Angie out. All I'm saying is, can there be a truce? Because I'm really tormented about this, and I feel like this is going to end so badly, badly.
I'm gonna let people up one at a time, guys. I don't want people to attack, because I know you weren't anyway, because you're good people. But I'm gonna let you all up, right? But please, one at a time. I don't want no one attacking. I don't want no one raising their voice. I want it all nice and calm, right, guys?
Hey Lala, I've just come up just to say, you don't speak to Angie like that over the other side. She's proper baby, yeah. Get a grip. She's 50-year-old. She's a big, airy-ass woman, right? So, when you're in there, you're pandering to her needs all the time. If she chucks a straw, she chucks his out. Listen, it's not all one-sided from me. She chucks a lot of venom around this app. Not just to me, to lots and lots of people, and if it's not her way, it's no way. So just watch her a bit more, Lala, before you come to that conclusion. But do you realise, everybody that's sat in them boxes, like baby in it, just realise how pathetic that looks. She's 50-year-old. Like, speak to her like an adult. She is an adult. She's got a mouth on it when it serves her purpose. So stop babying her, because yous, and I'm going to say it as it is, yous are making her think she can say what she wants, do what she wants, and then play on this mental health thing. Well, she isn't. She has to be held accountable for her actions, the same as we all do. Sorry, I've had my rant, and that was it.
You've been as bad as the rest of them.
I've been what?
You've been as bad as the rest of the floor.
Like, how?
Well, you know damn well how. I'm sure I don't have to...
Your mic's muffled. I can't really hear you. Can you unmuffle? You sound like you're under the bed sheets.
You've been as bad as the rest of the floor.
Your mic's
Sally,
muffled.
we can't hear you.
Sally, we can't hear you.
You are quite quiet, Sally.
Sally, are you in the washing machine or somewhere?
Come on, Pearl, behave now, Pearl, come on.
Lemon, I've come up just for the sake of the fact that I've been around this situation before it was a Pearl incident, before it was all of these multiple people. I was aware of Angie before all of this. This is not new. This happens every 3 months. So she'll make friends with people, and then she slates them, and then the bullying, then it's a hate train, and then it's everyone's fault for mental health, and then she'll do a U-turn, make friends with the same people again. 3 months down the line, same thing happens. And if you look back on any people that have ever been considered Angie's friends, they've all gone through this routine. Every 3 months, every single one of them.
Paul, so's your mother.
Well, I suppose, like I say, I haven't been watching for so long, so all I can go by is what I've personally seen, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I respect that. I respect that. It's hard, but you know what? The thing is that people will have their opinion based because they've been around, they've experienced it, they've been attacked, and they've witnessed a lot of things. You know what I mean? And it's a shame that you are new and you're around and you. And I'm not saying don't support her, because everyone's entitled to get their support. If they feel that they're watching that person and they like that person, no one should tell you who you can and don't watch. That's not right. But I just feel when people have opinions based on and calling other people bullies, I'm not saying you have, but when there's new people around and calling us bullies or calling other bullies,
Pearl attacked me and being rude.
Sally,
we're not talking
I can
about
see
you.
your light lighting up. We can't hear you. Have you got
Sally, is your
earphones?
phone charging? If your phone is charging, sometimes it can be muffled.
Or if you've got your earphones in.
I know a lot of people are coming for me in the comments, but I think I've presented myself calm.
Lemon, Lemon, listen. Don't look at the comments. People will speak and speak and speak until they don't know what they're even speaking about.
The thing is, a lot of people, for you now, Lemon, will see where you are in this situation, because a lot of people have been here. A lot of people have sat and defended her. They've felt sorry for her. Oh, come on, we need to let it go. We need to stop. But the thing is, it has to stop from two sides, and Angie does not stop. She does not give it up.
She doesn't want to stop, that's the issue. And the reason I jumped up was when you says, can you ignore her? In the real life, you wouldn't ignore somebody calling you a pedophile. In real life, you wouldn't. Do you know what I mean? You would deal with it in the real life. And to say that, oh, she's struggling with her mental health, aren't we all struggling with mental health?
Exactly.
I don't know why people, like, why is this word being used, pedo? Like,
It's got no weight right now. That
because
word has no
that
weight.
word is used. That word is used now, and nobody understands that you've.
yeah, it's
It's gone now.
desensitized.
Can I
What it
just
is.
say before I go? I know Alex, I know Pearl, I know Angie. I used to be close to Angie. I really did have a heart for her. Then something really bad happened, some kind of racism thing where she was bringing a man up and down to have a go at me. Till in the end, I was crying. I got so upset. Then we made up again, and I tell you when it was, when Rickster had me in his room and Pearl and Angie were in the same room, and it was that day they wanted to have a fight, and he was asking, who do you think's going to win? And obviously I said, I'm sorry, I'm going to say this, but Pearl. And that's when Angie added me again, and that's when we became friends again. And then she said something derogatory again. I've been on this app 5 years. I've watched all of this. It's ridiculous. We're adults. We need to stop this, and you need to remember our children, our grandchildren are watching all us adults acting like children. That is my problem. I don't care whatever you lot feel about each other. I've heard it all: racism, hate, derogatory. It's ridiculous. We're all adults, all of us. I'm not perfect, but I sit in my room, I do my paintings, I come off after 6 hours, and then I watch the FYP page. Every page I watch, right from Mrs. Red's, from Zach's, right from... I actually like Alex, to be fair. It's just all about everyone else. Would any of you have a page without talking about anyone else? Would any of you? Because my page, I sit on 35 people and I do the most incrediblest art, yeah? But would any of you have any pages without chatting shit upon each other? Please ask me that.
Well, the FYP is that they're basically talking on other creators.
It's changed, Alex. It wasn't like when I was young, do you know, when I first started. It was lip sync and music, and, you know, people got on and there was no money involved. Please remember, Alex, I came on this app when there was no money at all. Yes, it is competitive now, and it is really, really hard work. Even I have to do some battles to keep my live alive. Do you get what I mean? I'm sitting on half a mil people that have followed me throughout them 5 years. But now...
Sorry, Coco, I'm just going to drop down. There's some more customers come. I'm listening.
But Pearl, do you know what? You know, I was going to say the stuff that she said. I forgive. I can move on. Do you know things people have said and said wrong? And it is about my race, ape, and all that lot. It is my race. It does upset me to hear things.
Sorry, can I just put in, Monique? Can one of my mods unblock Boss, please? I don't know why he's been blocked. I think one of my mods has accidentally blocked Boss. Can you unblock him, please?
Can I say that, Alex? You know when you do hear them words, they are very hurtful.
Yeah.
They are, and that's the truth. I'm not one of them people that use my war for racism, you know. I don't do any of that. I do my art. I love my art, yeah. I love making people happy. I play my music. I'm probably the one bloody place at the moment where you can come and have a bit of fun. But I'm just saying, all this is just, it upsets me. It's got to stop at some point. Yes, okay, keep talking about each other. People do wrong, pull them up by all means. But can we not be like, as I'm a grandma, I'm a mum, I would not want to go in a ring with somebody and fight someone and hurt someone. What's the freaking point? Where's that going to get me? Actually, where would that get me? It'd embarrass my family and embarrass my grandchildren, because even my grandchildren's, their friends watch me. This is so sad. And do remember this before I go. There is a print on here for the rest of your life. For the rest of your life. So what we do on here, whether we're still really young and then we have children along the way, this will get brought up and you will get seen for who you were and who you was. And that's...
Can I just interject there? Sorry, Coco. So what do you think the solution to what's going on right now is? Like, what do you think?
It won't end. Do you understand, Lala? Angie falls out with everyone. Everyone. I'm surprised she's still got the girls that are her really close ones. She falls out with everyone.
Can I just, Coco, can I just have a say now, because I don't really want to stay in here too long. Lemon, hi. I've been on this app a while, and obviously, like everyone in here, really, we've seen the ups and downs with Angie, and yes, she has got progressively worse. Like, there is no doubt. She used to go to Morrison's for breakfast a couple of times a week. You know, she at least went out and done that. However, I appreciate you coming in here and like saying to us, you know, please leave her alone. Can you stop talking? But the issue I have with that personally is, why don't you say to her when she comes on and says, oh, it's trolls ringing the police, oh, they want my platform, why don't you actually give her a reality check and say, no, it's not that. People genuinely, whoever it is ringing, maybe it is trolls, but it might actually be someone who is concerned for her. Instead of telling her and not saying, yeah, you're right, they're just bullies, they just want your platform. Why don't you, let me, please, Coco, why don't you just say, listen, mate, actually, like, I do care for you, and you need to, like, take some responsibility, because, you know, this is only going to go one way. And I don't particularly like Angie, but even yesterday I was thinking, bloody hell, this is bad. And so whoever is ringing, maybe they do have genuine concern for her.
Look,
like,
can I just jump in a minute, Jay, please?
Yeah, sorry.
Don't apologise. I think what you need, because obviously you've only been around so long, Lola Lemons. That's why I'll never ever say, you know what I mean, there's your opinions are fine, because like I said, you're new to it, you've only been around a few months, you've only seen what you've seen. But when all this, you know, when she was yesterday saying about, oh, trolls are phoning up ambulances and that, they're trying to get to me, Angie got calling out, phoning ambulances on herself.
And police.
And police, because she phoned up, the police were like, she phoned up on loudspeaker on her phone, and the ambulance was like, there was like, oh, you phoned, so it was trolls that phoned the police, and she's like, no, your number is the number that contacted us. And she was like, oh, no, and it's like, yeah, it was, this is the number, unless you've got a hacker that's cloned your number, Angela. That's what they said on live, and everyone called her out.
Alex, can I ask, you know the SH not long ago?
Yeah.
Was that false?
I don't know. I don't want to actually say that. The problem is SH comes in like loads of different variations. It's not just.
No, but
it can be fucking hair. It can be anything. So I don't want to say that it wasn't 100% false. However,
had a picture. Hustle had a picture, and he said, "Oh my God, she's got something on her." The next day, it had gone.
I don't think we should talk about that. I'm not trying to be you know, I don't think it's a...
I get that, but listen, there's people that do that. Do you know how triggering that is?
But if she's doing that, then we can't question that.
So you're saying there can be an FYP for all these people but Angie? Is that what you're saying, Lala?
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. I think SH is a very, very personal thing, and I don't think it's up to us to determine.
And the thing is, we shouldn't be in this live having conversations realistically. If it was real, you should go to Angie and ask her, was it genuine herself? If that's the person if you need to ask that question, for us, we should never ever be asking that question. It should be you asking Angie.
Sorry, can I say one last thing before I jump down? Lala, and how I come to speak about her again. When we had the falling out, we didn't speak, right? We both moved on, and I've been doing my lives for a few days, and then it was Evil Queen coming to me live and said, Pearl, I've sat here watching you, having a lovely life, you're not mentioning her, she's going on ridiculous over there, and that's how I first knew. Then I obviously seen the videos. So that's how it started with us again. Listen, I can stop speaking about her, right? But every time I do, she mentions me again. So again, I'm not going to sit there like a fool, keep letting a woman who was a big age like myself keep talking about me for me to look like a tatey.
You don't know, Pearl.
I'm going to drop Alex.
Honestly, I think if you could, I know it's a hard thing to do, but if she could just be the bigger person and just ignore her, she'd have nothing to talk about.
I know,
Yeah, but this is the
Coco,
issue though with this. Why is it always
she's
ignored?
constantly on about going to police about is that she's got this case, that case, and the
No,
other.
I
Right?
heard about that bit.
You get sick of hearing it. So of course, how she says, and there's not only her can have an action to a reaction, and that's what I do. And she knows how to press my buttons.
Yeah, she talks about your family, and that would really.
She does. She does. Listen,
I think though, this is where it goes different, is when there's an issue between Pearl and Angie. That's a Pearl and Angie issue. The thing that Angie does is she turns it on Pearl's family, which it should never be. If you dislike someone, you dislike someone, their family, and what happened in their past or what happened 10 years ago, 20 years ago, that is nothing to do with the issue you have with one person.
Me daughter, me grandchild, me brother, me sister, me mother or me father. That was like a relation, yes. My name was never mentioned in that article. She never fetched it to the app, somebody else did. But then she was the one who was there defending us and saying it was wrong. And all these videos that she's playing, by the way, this is when we really weren't friends, and this was like we were at each other for a year. So all these videos, she's going over all old stuff. So
the thing is, there's people around that hasn't been around for the
this is
long.
what I'm saying.
And the problem is,
sorry,
the thing
Alex,
is now.
go on.
No, sorry, Cole. Basically, what's gone on over the course of, let's say, a few years, it was only a year ago Angie said mental health doesn't exist. I mean, are we all forgetting that? She's done a live saying that mental health doesn't exist. People are triggered and all this stuff, and mental health doesn't really exist. And now all of a sudden, because it suits everyone, it's, mental health exists. You know what I mean?
That's true.
And remember, there was the statement of, you're in control of your own mental health, and if you can't handle it, get off the app. Was that
Yeah,
what
she
was
did
said?
say that. She did.
But look, I'm not here to be part of a attack Angie life. I'm really not.
This is not attack Angie.
That's not.
No.
You got this all wrong. This is an attack. What Alex was trying to do, and he really was trying to do it well. What he was trying to do is say that it is really coming more from there. He wasn't, and I know because it's happened to me twice now. I know, and it's happened to a lot of people on this app. And the thing with the algorithm, is I attract new people that don't know me from Adams, that have just come on the app, that don't know me from 5 years ago. So it's true, new people come along, and that's how it happens. But she has got probably, I'd say, on one hand, 5 loyal people that stand by her through everything. Do you get what I mean? And they're the people, I think, that really, if they loved her as much as they claim to, this wouldn't keep going on. It wouldn't, because I'd have conversations with her in another room saying, Angie, please, I love you so much. I want you to sort yourself out. I care about you. But none of that ever seems to be happening. All that keeps going on is her and honestly, I've got empathy. All I see is that woman slowly destroying herself. That's all I see.
But I think this is the stuff that doesn't help it, though. It's like when Lemon come in and she said about, if you've seen somebody walking down the street and there was this way, you just ignore them. But why is it that everybody else's expectation is, we'll just ignore her, let her say what she wants and act how she wants and slander you and slander your family and bring up everything that nobody knew about, and we can just ignore her because we know 6 hours later she's probably going to sit there with a drink and everyone's going to feel really bad for her. No, she's an adult. She should be held accountable and pulled up for the shits that she says on this app. And as an adult, you should be able to handle that. If you say something wrong to somebody and they pull you up on the wrong that you've said, you should be grown up enough to sit there and say, do you know what? I was out of order. I shouldn't have said what I said. I was out of line. I've opened my mouth a bit too much, and maybe I should shut my mouth a little bit. It shouldn't be that everyone feels sorry for her and ignore her, and if you don't carry on the conversation, she'll eventually be quiet. No. Why is that the circumstance that people are putting into it? That's not fair on the people that are being hurt by what is leaving her mouth.
Yeah.
I
get that.
How you doing, Frank? You're right. Can I speak to Frank? Just got to hear off Nana Coco first. Nana Coco, you're right. You seem
I
quiet.
think Chloe, what you've just said, love. You know, she's a grown adult, a grown-ass woman who plays a professional victim half the time because it's 2 rules. She's a self-appointed hierarchy on TikTok. She can do what the hell she wants. But low be tied, anybody doing the same thing to her, it's a big fucking deal, then. Big deal.
Yeah, and this is the problem. People don't see it for what it is, and half the time, and that they do actually see it, but they don't want to see it. If you know what I mean, they kind of like brush it to the side and go, you know what? I know it's wrong, but because I support this person, and I've done it myself. I'm not innocent in this. I mean, I've had friends, and I thought, you know what? I don't really agree with that, but my morals have been bent because obviously to aid my friend, and half the time you think it's not the right way to go about things. We're adults, though, aren't we? We learn. We move on, we progress, but unfortunately,
Alex, you're a little bit mind thinking like me. So does that 1.3k in this room bother you?
No, I'm mean. Like if people disagree,
exactly. I'm quantity over quality. Do you understand? Absolutely.
Yeah, but some people are just money over morals,
Yes,
aren't they?
yes, that's the problem.
You know, the lies she's told.
Yes.
You know, anybody else would come out with that. That's just another debate in itself.
But that's the dangerous bit, Nelly Coco.
Alex, I'm actually going to jump here now, but I just want to leave it
that night.
on one
Let's
note.
just ignore it. I was drinking that night. Oh, it was just a laugh. With a little evil laugh that she has, like a little cackling witch laugh.
Well, she did drama as well, remember, guys?
Guys, I'm just going to drop here now. Look, I just want to kind of leave it on one note. Sorry, Nana, can I just finish? I just want to leave it on one note that hurt people hurt people.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I'm going to leave it on.
Yeah, we'll go talk to Angie about it then instead of coming here because you don't know her. Like you said,
Nana, I've been very respectful.
You back in her room again, I promise you that. I put money on it.
Very respectful. I'm not going to be baited out. I'm leaving now. And yeah, I'm just going to
on Angie's platform, Lemon. Good luck.
Listen, there was a time when I had complete empathy for Angie. Met 2 times actually. This time I would never go back. I promise my heart and soul that I'm not going to go back, and I haven't. My problem is if this does not stop, it's not just what Angie's doing, it's what everybody else is seeing. And if they think this is how to earn their money on this app by getting drunk and saying bad things about people on the app, then good luck to everyone, because this is what will be destroying the UK app by all this. There's better ways and means of like entertainment, and that's the truth. And
yeah. I mean, someone's just reading the comment, fair play on Angie getting help. This should stop now out of respect. And
it really does.
I do see what you're saying. Miss, I don't give a fuck, I do. But we've been here numerous times. Do you not? I mean, you know, I've got a lot of time and a lot of respect for you, Miss, I don't give a fuck. But you need to understand that we've been here before many times where she said, I'm going to rehab. Everyone was like buzzing, you know what I mean? Brilliant, you know what I mean? Angie's getting help. And then she come on the app saying, ha ha ha, I'm not really going to rehab. And people had gifted her £2,000.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, which is a con. You're conning people out of the hard earned cash.
The other day she said, I've got a rogue mod. Everyone believed her, yeah? Whoa, the performance was amazing. And then said, it was just a joke. Do you understand? It's become like scripted now.
You know what? The thing is, for me, if she's at the doctor's now, because I've seen a few comments where they've said she's gone to the doctor's and whatever. If she's gone to the doctor's now and she comes home and she's on live or whatever, and you see a change, great, because guess what? Then there's nothing for anybody to talk about. But if she comes back and it just carries on the same, and it's this person said this person's doing that, you can't expect people to then not say anything. If she is still saying stuff, it's great saying I'm going to go to the doctors and I'm going to get help. That's brilliant. We'll all clap for you. But if she's going to do that and then just carry on acting the same way, there's no difference there, is there?
Listen, to the comments, I don't care about the comments. You just comments, yeah, to me. I'm sorry. No offence, none taken. But I will answer this one. I have no choice. I like hustle, and I like a lot of the some of the people around here. Unfortunately, Angie's in their boxes now. I have no choices to watch her, okay? Look on my walls, she's completely blocked. I have no choice. No choice. Because there's some people I like watching.
All right, thank you, Coco. I'm going to start recycling the boxes, guys. All right, so.
I'm going down, Alex. Thank you very much for letting me talk.
So,
Yeah.
But what I want to say while I'm on the live with you, Miss Red, remember I told you about the DNA test I was doing? Well, they lost the first one, so I've had to send another one in. So hopefully 4 weeks' time, I'll hear something. I just want to get it over.
Was Ginny in a double live then?
No, I don't think Miss Red ain't live today.
Oh.
That was weird.
What? That was weird, that was. I didn't understand what was going on then. I was thinking, where's Donna?
I was the same. I was like,
what the hell, where's Donna come? You're right, Frankie, mate, you there?
How are you, mate? You right?
Yeah, you're right, pal, yeah.
Yeah, my comment's a bit late now because Lala's gone. I'm just saying, Lala said SH is a personal thing. Here he is. When you bring it on the app, it becomes not personal. Like I'm saying, if I ever did anything, no one would know about it because I won't bring it on here.
Exactly, and everyone that's been around, and remember there was people that used to come in my lives and speak on it and stuff, and they was all saying, they said they can only comment on themselves, so they're only going to speak for themselves. However, when they've ever done it and stuff, they've done it in places where they don't want to be seen because they feel embarrassed.
Exactly. It's a very private thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was saying when you walk past the person in the street, you won't blink an eye, but the person in the street you walk past, you don't see them again. You go on the app, day in, day out, 24 hours. People are going to see, people are going to talk about it. I just don't get like how people are saying leave her alone, it's personal. Well, don't fucking come on the app then.
Lemon's now in Angie's live.
Yeah, well,
so
she's probably been dragged in there because apparently there was people in the comments saying read your message request or read your messages, la la lemon. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty much sure that she was getting slated or there was things being mentioned over there, probably from the comments. I don't know. I can't say
Alex, I'm going to go on mute, mate. I'll be back in a minute.
All right, mate. Sound. She's just no good for anyone. Let me go through some comments, guys. Yeah, there was a couple of people that tried to request my box and I couldn't get them in the box for some reason. I clicked it, accepted them, and all of a sudden they flicked out. It's weird. I don't know what's going on. She's saying you all want to call a truce. She's saying you all want to call a truce.
Well, that'd be great because everyone's sick of hearing the shit every day. So
yeah, of course. And this is what I've said to people in their lives. I said, if she's not on the FYP doing crazy things, then I won't be playing videos of her. You know what I mean? It's not about me doing this show and it wants to be an Angie show. It's frustrating some days that I'm going like, oh my God, I've got to play another video of Angie, knowing that the people are going to be like, oh, Angie, Alex is playing videos of you again and stuff. I don't want this. I want to just do my own thing, play different fucking videos that a lot of people haven't seen on the app. And it stops all this then, don't it?
I think we've seen what it was with Lemon though, where she's quite new. So she's probably picked up on this quarterly round of this year of I'm being bullied and everything's a hate train, and give it a month and she'll be fine, and then it'll start again, and next time it'll probably be Lemon.
Even that surprises me, the way she uses that narrative, the word bully. I'm being bullied. Yeah, it's people having a discussion about her behaviour. How can an opinion of someone's behaviour be bullying?
Lala Lemon said she's only been watching her since March, so she's not been around for a long time.
Yeah, well, May, she said she's only been a few months, so, you know, it's new, it'd be new to her. And that's why I said, like, I won't ever judge anyone that's only been a viewer for a short period of time. But if you've been in there years and you're saying that everyone else is the bully and Angie's the perfect one, I'm going to have my own opinion on that. I'm sorry, I really am.
Yeah.
I've seen it all. But I won't be a hypocrite either. I'd say, you know what, there's been times that I've kind of, like, forgave and moved on from situations. But there's a lot of the times I called her out. And that's what sometimes caused arguments. It was like, oh, Alex is trolling me and all that stuff. No, I'm not always going to agree with you, unfortunately. When you've done stuff and I'm in your life, if I don't agree with you and I don't like what you're saying, I'll say it, because that's how debates and opinions happen. But she doesn't like that, you see. If you ain't got the same opinion as her, you're classed as a troll or classed as someone that's against that. It's not the case at all.
Are you jealous of her?
Yeah, I want her viewers. I really don't. If them viewers thinks it's acceptable to SH, then in the morning come on live and start laughing, saying, "Ha ha, I've triggered you all." They're the people I don't want in my live. Unfortunately, I really don't want them viewers.
Something wrong with them.
To be fair to Lemon, when she come in, she did say straight off the bat that she was one of Angie's friends. So for everyone saying, "Oh, now she's in that box," she is Angie's friend. She said that when she come in, she's Angie's friend. But she was respectful when she was in here, so I can't drag her for the way that she was when she was in here. I think she's just a bit naive at the minute. She's not seeing everything that she will see. And
exactly, Chloe. You're right, love.
I think maybe in 6 months she might come in with a bit of a different opinion, but it's for people to watch and find out themselves, and everyone can tell somebody something, but it's never believable till you see it yourself.
And that's a sad thing, because there's some people in this world who don't have the support, who don't have the help or the means, and they are suffering with whatever the issue is, you know. And then you've got Ange, who rightly or wrongly has got the support, and then he's just not dealing with it. That's a frustration for me. That's why I think she's a fake.
Yeah, and it's a shame, isn't it, when you look at the bigger picture, because there's some people would love to have the support that she's got.
Exactly.
I mean, there's loads of people that would love the support that she gets on the app, and there's been people that are willing to say, you know, I'll come and see you, Andrew. I'll meet up with you. And every time anyone's met up with Ange in real life, there's been a situation, there's been a drama. You know what I mean? So it's have to look at it. Yeah.
What happened with, what was her name? Was it Nana? Was it Nana G?
Nanny G. I don't actually know the ins and outs of what happened between them two.
Because she seemed like a really good friend with Ange. And then she's just disappeared.
She's had a few really good friends though, Chloe.
Yeah.
Alex was one of them.
Oh, well, no.
He was the only one who was in her room at the time that used to call her out, or, you know, the way she attacked other people coming in the boxes at times herself, and he'd try and keep things calm and make it a bit more civilised in that room to what it was. That's what I witnessed.
There was loads of good people that was around her, and there were situations where I'd go in a live, everyone was messaging me saying, Ange needs your app, Ange needs your app. So I was already in the live anyway, and she was like, she's being sick on live, she's lighting cigarettes and not putting them out and all this stuff. So I stayed in the live really late at night, making sure that she got to sleep. And then she made me out when we fell out, she making me out to be a creep, saying, who would stay in a live when I'm trying to sleep and stuff? And I was like, well, are you going to say the same for the other 1,000 people that was in the live at the time as well?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It was just me making sure that she got to sleep as a friend. Like, there was loads of people. Miss J was the same. There was loads of people around that was trying to proper support her. And then she just, Ange does Ange, and it just throws people under the bus. It's what it is.
I think that's the sad thing. I feel like she has had some really, really good friends, and then the ones that she keeps around are the ones that enable her.
Some people just like yes people though, don't they?
Yeah, I can't be that. I can't be dealing with it. I'd really prefer, and I've been this genuine, I'd rather have people around me that think if I've done wrong or they don't agree with me, that tell me about it, instead of all the people every 5 minutes going, yes, 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 you're perfect, Alex, you've done this, you're perfect, everything you'd say is great. Like the other day, people didn't agree with that delusive Diddy party picture, and you know what I mean, like people took it out a certain way, and I had my own version of it, and that it's just about control and power. That's why I put that picture out there. Not that she was doing the acts of what P. Diddy did. Yeah. It was all about control and power, because you know what racketeering is, isn't it? It's when you've got an organisation of people with doing illegal activities, and that's how I felt the cult was. There was trolling for her, doing all this horrendous stuff, and it's just, for me, it was just, I had my view on it, and people made it out to be something more seedy than it was, and I thought, you know what, it's just wrong. It's wrong.
I think it's a shame. It's almost like when somebody says no, or if somebody doesn't agree with her, then automatically that's an enemy to her.
Yeah.
She's still playing with it. Well, nothing's going to change now, though, unfortunately. You could have turned on me, Alex, but you didn't. No, of course, Shelley, I love people having difference of opinions. Shelley reached out to me. She's a friend. Shelley reached out to me and said that she didn't fully agree with that. And I said to her, I apologise, like, if that... But you know what? I'm happy to speak to people and have a conversation about things that if I've done something that I don't... Like I did that picture of Luna earlier. It was a joke. And I made her look, like, really, like, glamorous, really. And there'd be someone that said that I wish you never did that. And that's fine, you know what I mean? We can have them opinions. We can have them conversations.
Alex, I think you should have stopped making pictures.
I know, Jesus. It's always been me, though. Everyone's upset. You know what it is? When I've been friends with people, Chloe, right, they've always loved it. They're all like, yeah, them pictures are hilarious. God's sake, when you fall out, you're the enemy. You're seedy, you're creepy and all this stuff. And I'm like, you've literally always, like, loved them as when you're friends. When you're not friends, Jesus Christ, it's the enemy.
Do you know what I love? How something's comical 1 month, and then when they decide that they don't like you, them exact same things that they were all laughing about then get pulled back up again, and they're like, oh my God, I'm so offended by it.
I know. It's crazy.
I also don't agree with if you're going to get genuine help. I'm going to be totally honest with you. I don't think going live on TikTok to go into the doctors. I think there's a hidden alternative for that as well. I think for me, if you're going to go, why would you go live to go and show people that you're going to the doctors? It doesn't make much sense to me.
That's been done. So then there's a crowd of people when someone else is live to then sit and go, she's at the doctor's because we've all watched her.
Yeah. Okay, Miss Oda, I'll get back to you on this show. I'm glad you have. I'm glad you've got your own opinion.
For the pity party.
It's so people can tell other people. That's what it is.
Yeah, all attention, all for views.
It's like I say, it's like the people that go and feed the homeless and that, and they're on live doing it. That all for me. That annoys the shit out of me as well. In fact, actually, it's one of the most things that really get me my back up against the wall. You know, going to help charities, celebrity, going to help all the homeless and stuff, and they're filming it and recording it, saying, "Yeah, here's a sandwich for you." Why would you do that for, man? Come on. Like, why would you really do that for? Makes sense. Are you okay? Just my opinion. You've been quiet.
I am. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you perfectly.
Thanks for letting me up, Alex. It's the first time I've ever been in a box, so just bear with me. I've been watching Angie now probably for the last couple of years, and I think it's easy to say that a lot of it's for drama and attention, and although I do agree a lot of it is, I don't think somebody would live that way if there wasn't some underlying mental health conditions.
Yeah.
We wouldn't choose to sit on a bedroom floor 24 hours a day surrounded by McDonald's and KFC and wine bottles and not getting dressed or showered for days on end. You know, wrong. My fear for the people that can see Angie for what she is that she's able to portray everybody else as the bad person. And I think by continuing to talk about the things that she does, you're allowing her to portray yourselves that way. I appreciate you do the FYP, but I think to continue talking about the things that she does just enables her and her supporters to look at yous and portray yous as the bullies.
Yeah, I understand, and I actually do agree with you a lot there. But I also think that as much as it's easy to say, do not block it out, move on, don't give them the actual ammunition to fire back, right? If we didn't answer back to these accusations and what's going on, people are going to start to believe them. And other than that as well, what will happen is, if you ever watch her long enough, they get bored and they go, let's go and find some drama. Let's go and find some drama. So then they rope in everyone then to the live trying, and they'll send the people out and saying, you know what, go in that room there, spam orange hearts, let's go and trigger them, let's get them in there. And that's how it all happens, unfortunately.
Yeah, I do understand. I just think sometimes that the people that believe Angie are Angie's supporters, and I don't think you're going to change their opinion anyway.
No, of course not.
You know, I think they're always going to be her supporters. Granted, there's lots. I mean, I watch her lives and the comments. The second the wine's open, it's all like, you know, oh, here we go. You know, so there's a lot of people there that are just there for the car crash TV.
Yeah, and that's what I was trying to say to you. Just my opinion, like, if you don't reply and answer back to these accusations, it's crazy, because sometimes people say it's easier just to like brush aside, don't give it any attention, but it's not as easy, trust me, because of the accusations. Like the other day, she posted a video saying, oh, Alex, and she was going live saying, oh, Alex put my face on Jimmy Savile, that's disgusting and all that stuff. And I've held my hands up and said, maybe I shouldn't have done that. But there was a reason behind why I did it, right? But she didn't actually tell everyone the truth, you see. At the end of the day, she was randomly bringing my child up in conversations on an app that I don't even talk about my child on this app, right? Because I know the people are on this app. There's some sick individuals that I know that have been tried to get me for a long time. So I don't talk about my daughter. However, there was conversations in her life mentioning my child, and I said it was Nancy behaviour. It was weird that you kept bringing up people's children, and I didn't like it, right? And then all of a sudden, I did do that image, right? And I shouldn't have done it, or I hold my hands up, I shouldn't have done it. But this is from the woman that said Jimmy Savile was innocent. She said Jimmy Savile was not a guilty person, he was an innocent party. So
She was friends with you for after that as well. So why is it an issue again now?
She said Jimmy Savile was innocent. So why's the issue of me putting her face on an innocent man in her eyes?
I was just thinking, right, you know the way she's going to the doctors now, that's all well and good, but how do we know she's telling the doctors the truth? Like, is she honestly going to say how often she drinks and how much she drinks?
Yeah, it's mad.
You know, and especially, see that medication she's asking for, if she drinks with that could cause serious damage. Like, she might not wake up.
Mandy's just said, you're all clouting from her. And it's not the case at all, Mandy. You're entitled to your opinion, but if we want to bring it back a little bit, she started getting her clout off Tyrone, saying she slept with an animal. So if that's how you want to go down, and everyone's clouting off each other, that's not the case at all. If you want to know the truth, that is the truth. So,
and I think as well, the conversation about how she lives a life and things like that, and I don't think people would choose to do this. Angie has a very, very easy life. Easy life. She wakes up in the morning, she sits on here, she gets money from this app, she gets takeaways every day, she gets deliveries brought to the house, she's going into the pub whenever she feels like she can be arsed going. And that it's everything is profit. Everything she does in here, every view she gets, every person that goes into the live, everyone that watches a video, everyone that comments on a video, it's all monetized. So if you think that she's not got the brain cells in her head to sit here and go, oh, I've been a bit boring this week, I've not really brought much money in, if I cause a drama here, I'm going to get an upflow of income that comes through this app. Do you think she's not smart enough to know this?
She was in Charlie Ferry's this morning, and Charlie Ferry was sitting going, oh, you're not really on the FYP today. And she goes, oh, well, I'll leave in 5 minutes. I'll sit with you for 5 minutes. So you know she's just going to cause some shit today. This was really early this morning, actually.
You see, the thing is, there's two addictions here when it comes to discussing Ange. The first addiction is the social media platform itself. That's her first addiction. And then followed by the alcohol.
Yeah. And I'll be honest with you, people saying that she's an alcoholic, I don't truly believe she is. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I think she's a serious binge drinker, which is worse because she can go 4 or 5 days without alcohol, without any alcohol in her system. She's done it numerous times over the course of a few months. And if you're alcohol dependent, if you know about addiction and alcohol dependency, right, I don't think she's an alcoholic, and that's my opinion. If everyone else has got a different opinion, that's fine. But when she binges...
Being a binge drinker, that is still a form of alcoholism.
Yeah, I know, but being... I don't really know that. Apparently it's worse. It's meant to be worse, and that's what people say. It's worse being a binge drinker. But she can instantly switch off and go 4 or 5 days without alcohol. And I'm pretty sure if you was alcohol dependent, you couldn't do that, surely.
No, if you were dependent, you wouldn't be able to go 4 or 5 days without it.
Yeah.
It would make you severely sick, so it would.
I've seen Angie have a drink, though, on here and be completely fine.
Yeah.
But Angie doesn't drink to have fun. She drinks to get drunk.
But she didn't used to, because we used to have, like, the debate things, like when Alex and stuff used to be on there. She used to do, like, the proper debate lives, and she'd sit and have a little drink and stuff while she was doing them, and there was nothing like how she is now. Nothing at all.
I think that's so where the mental health side comes into it. You see, like, when Angie was friends with Pearl and they'd have a drink on a Friday night and they'd laugh and they'd joke and it was all great fun.
Yeah.
Angie drinks. So when Angie falls out with somebody or there's a drama going on, Angie drinks and then spirals out of control. And that's because the things are playing on her mind. And I understand what you're saying. And I do think what Angie's problem is that she's lost touch with reality.
Yeah.
She treats that phone and the people on that screen as her life now, you know, and she doesn't go out, she doesn't socialise.
TikTok's her world.
Absolutely. I do think that she's struggling in some way. My fear for other people is that I just don't want other people to be targeted as the reason for Angie's problems, because that's what she will do, and she will just turn and twist it, and it will be everybody else's fault.
Listen, whenever it's addiction, you accuse everyone else. Whenever I was addicted, I turned around and said it was the doctor's fault for giving me them. I said it was, do you know what I mean, like psychiatrist's fault for not getting me reduced on them, you know. She'll come to the realisation herself one day, and see when she does, she has to hit rock bottom before she can go, you know what I mean, get back up.
Yeah.
It's just scary to think what her rock bottom is.
I don't think she's hit rock bottom, I'm going to be totally
honest. No, I don't either.
we've seen it. She laughs it off and stuff like that. And like I say, the one thing that for me was the big eye opener for me, where I kind of changed my recent opinion of her, was when she did that thing online. I'm not going to talk about it. You know what I'm on about recently.
Yeah.
And then the next day she was on live laughing about it, saying I've triggered people. Come on, guys, get me up the popular. Even when he misreads live and said, come on, guys, can you gift me heart me's and get me up on the popular and stuff. And you've had a night of apparently going through an episode where you thought that your life was shit. You've been triggered, so you've had to do that to yourself. And then all of a sudden thought, you know what, I want money out of all this. Like, where's the mindset there? Where is the mindset that you've felt that low that you think money is going to cheer you up?
See, I think a bit differently to you there, Al. I think she has hit rock bottom a few times, but when normal people hit a rock bottom, you're very isolated, you're very alone, and this is the worst thing that's ever happened to you. When Angie's hitting this rock bottom, she's on this app on live with people saying, it's fine, you're not doing anything wrong, just carry on. And for her, that influence from the other people that are saying, you're fine, this is not an issue, you carry on doing what you're doing. This is where I don't think these rock bottoms are hitting, where it would with somebody else that wasn't on an app, that was being fed opinions.
It'll eventually come. Like, people will get bored, annoyed with it. Like, the mods, I know they're awful for telling her, look, you're fine, and they come up with excuses and stuff. But Angie knows deep down what she's doing is wrong. She's just covering it up with excuses right now.
Yeah. Asking for vowels. Huh?
And to get better, yes, that volume, they said. And to get better as well, you need to cut all these people out of your life, because you're never going. Like, I had to cut every single one of my friends out because none of them were no good for me. You know, they would be like, "Oh, we'll just get you some of these so that you don't withdraw." And you know, and it is a whole lifestyle change. Like, I had to get rid of everybody out of my life. I didn't even speak to family for about a year. I'm not saying it's for everyone. Like, I'm just saying, like, to get better and to feel better, you're going to need to cut a lot of people out.
Morning.
Morning.
Morning. I don't normally come in boxes, but it's a topic that's very close to my heart, and that's alcoholism. And I watch Angie, and I can watch her demise, and I'm not getting involved, but she is, you know, there is this debate. Nobody can tell you you're an alcoholic, only yourself, but I watch her behaviour, and it's very sad. Alcoholism is a progressive illness, and I can speak from experience. I'm an alcoholic in recovery, and I'm 5.5 years sober. And actually, you know, people say, she's not an alcoholic. You don't need to drink 24/7 to be an alcoholic. I didn't do that. What alcoholic is, it's the inability to control your drinking. So when you have a drink, it sets off this phenomenon of craving and this thirst that you can't quench and you can't stop. I held down a very responsible job. But when I had a drink, I could not stop, and that's what made me an alcoholic. And I've just had a weekend down in Western with thousands of alcoholics in recovery, and I have a beautiful, beautiful life today. However, I had to hit my rock bottom, but rock bottom for an alcoholic is made of cardboard. You know, you pour another drink on it, it gets wet and you fall further. And, you know, I'm fortunate that I found the rooms of AA, and I work a 12-step program, which has saved my life, and it doesn't work for everybody. And I just hope and pray that she gets help. I do feel that she's surrounded by enablers that aren't doing her any good at all. She needs some tough love. And for me, my rock bottom was waking up in a police station with no clothes on, having been fighting with police officers. I'm not proud of that, but that was my rock bottom. And from that day to this, I have not had the urge to drink. So the whole, she's a binge drinker. Yes, she is a binge drinker, but that is also a form of alcoholism. You know, I tried I could never go and have a glass of wine or 2 glasses. It was like days. I couldn't stop. And that's what makes me an alcoholic. But I'm in recovery and I've got 5 years sobriety. And I just hope and pray that she gets that. You know, it's an illness. It is a mental illness. It's the inability to control our drinking.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I've seen a couple of comments then saying, can you move on? A lady's just come up and told about her experience and that. I think this will actually help. You know, people listening to this.
Congratulations on the 5 years. That's amazing.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. I just hope that she finds it, it saved my life. I'd have been dead by now without a shadow of a doubt.
People don't understand how much work and effort goes into it all. It's really like it really is a struggle to keep your sobriety as well. Sorry,
Absolutely.
Karen.
Can I just
I was told, what did I have to Well, sorry, I was told when I went into recovery that I had to change everything about me, and I did everything. People who I associated with, everything. I had to change everything, and that's what she needs to do.
Because you said you hit rock bottom. You recognise that when you woke up in a police station after doing what you do, you admitted that was your rock bottom because you had some kind of moral compass still inside you, love.
Yeah.
Whereas, where's her shame?
Yeah.
Shame with her for a grown-up adult. There's no shame. That's what I struggle with.
We don't normally get a window into a lot of alcoholics' lives, we don't get a window into a lot of addicts' lives. So I think we've got a window now, and people, it is scary to see. Like, I go to them some of them 12-step meetings as well, and like see some of the stories that I hear. Like, people have gone like really, really low, and it like I said, it is very scary to think what Andy's rock bottom is going to be because of everything that's happened so far.
Are you right, Carlos? Can I
mate. It's just a quick one on the whole alcohol thing. From personal experience, I'm not going to go too much into it. I'm not freaking clout chasing all that sort of shit. Lost my dad quite a few years ago. My mum was obviously left around. I didn't notice. Well, I noticed she used to have a drink when I went around there, but nothing what I would class as serious. Like a couple of glasses of sherry over a few hours. Years later, she ended up going into hospital. We found out in the end it was alcoholic dementia. She went within 6 weeks. And I didn't see what was going on behind the scenes. She wasn't what I would class as like, your normal pisshead, getting drunk, staggering around. She was quite normal. So what Angie's doing, she needs to watch out because that sort of stuff can creep up on anybody at any time and it will destroy your life and take your life. And she just needs to wind it back. I mean, I've seen it firsthand, and it's horrific. Yes, I drink myself, not to like binge drinking or anything like that, but I'm still weary in my head. Could this happen to me one day? So it is a hard thing to fight with, but the way she's going and what I've seen over the weekend, just dipping around in and out, if that comes to her, that's just going to destroy her, ruin everything. Because it's when your own parent and you're seeing them doesn't even recognise you, and yet the day before they did, it's a hard thing. I didn't know it actually existed. I'd never heard of alcoholic dementia, so that's another one to throw in there that, with everything else she's doing, she could end up giving herself alcoholic dementia, and, it could just go badly south for her.
Yeah, the thing is, like, what it is, mate, right? People think that all these lives are hate lives about an individual, and it really isn't. Sometimes it's bringing awareness to a situation and trying to help people in the comments that are watching are getting triggered by situations and help aid them, because unfortunately when you're in a live and you know that the people in the comments might have the same sort of situation with Ange and they might have going through similar thoughts, and everyone in the comments saying, oh, it's okay, carry on drinking, it's fun, that person could be needing help in the chat, and just because they don't speak or comment and stuff like that, right, doesn't mean there aren't people in there that are vulnerable and need to actually have someone to support them, and that's Alex, what I think about this app at the moment.
Yeah. Alex, sorry, mate. I'm gonna jump down to my work. I'll let someone else jump in.
All right, pal, mate. All right, thank you.
Pick us out as well, Alex, if you want. I'm done. Cheers, mate.
All right, cheers, Carlos, pal.
Hey, yeah.
How you doing, Carl? You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Sorry, I don't want to interrupt anyone. I personally don't know this Angie person, but I've been listening to the live for some time to get the context. And I think, I'm not trying to defend Angie by any means, but I can relate to a certain extent. In my past, I used to reach out for help in some proper weird ways. I think when someone is that mentally ill, and they're doing the shit that they're doing, like, oh, look at all the people I've triggered and all this stuff, it's a cry for help. I know that sounds like really cliched and everything, but people do reach out for help in weird ways, and like, yes, it can be seen as attention seeking, but I think that if you're attention seeking, you're doing it for a reason. Like, even people who are chronic attention seekers still have some form of mental illness there. Otherwise, they wouldn't feel the need to do it as compulsively as they do. You know what I mean? Like, I think there's like definitely something wrong there. And I actually agree with the other people that have come into the box. I forget their names in regards to the alcohol comments as well. I am an alcoholic. I'm 23 years old, and I'm needing to get constant checks from my liver because my liver's not functioning the way it's supposed to. And I'm 23 years old. It's rough, and it did start off with binge drinking on the weekend. That's how it starts for a lot of people. But you know, even just one drink, you know, here and there, like nothing that is labelled as problematic can still cause so many physical problems and so many mental problems. It's unreal. So I think she kind of needs to watch herself, because the only person she is damaging is herself at the end of the day. Like, I know she's triggering all these people, but the person who's going to get it the worst is out of everyone is herself, because she's causing so much irreversible damage.
We've got to remember that while Auntie does it on this app, though, she does get money.
Yes, yeah, I do agree with that aspect as well. I think that it's definitely partly down to like money or monetization for sure. But I'm trying to think of it also from the aspect of, you know, someone who wants to make money out of their mental illness, someone who wants to make money out of an addiction, that doesn't scream I'm mentally stable.
Yeah, you're right, Claire.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just coming in because I know people in the comments are saying it's an AA meeting, but I'm an alcoholic, and you can't change anyone. You can't say anything. It doesn't matter how many lives you have, how much you say. The person has to want to do it themselves. They have to. She can be cold, rotten. Everyone can have a go at her. You can all say she's making money off it, but. And I know you're not allowed to call people alcoholics unless they admit it themselves, but you can see your own, is what I'm saying. But it's just no matter what. I'm the same as you, Kai. I've got cirrhosis of the liver and pancreatitis. I've got a couple of years left, and I still drank on that. So you've got to, I don't drink now, but obviously, but you've got to want it yourself. And people don't realise how strong the addiction is. It's so bad that you're in total denial about it. You're horrible to people. You're just not you. So this, you know. The only thing that stopped you is you and the rock bottoms. Jesus, rock bottom. My rock bottom was getting dragged to hospital and being told I had 3 days left to live if I didn't get in. And I still drank after that because I don't know. It's just denial. You're never going to die. You're infallible. Everything. And, you know, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but you know, you can't. No one can stop her. She has to be able to stop herself.
I agree with that as well. I think there's also another element as well that people need to consider with mental illness, and this is something.
It is a mental illness.
This is something that doesn't get. Sorry. This is something that doesn't get spoken about enough, and I will say this: some people that are that mentally ill actually find comfort in their mental illness, and the idea of getting better is scarier to them.
Exactly
than the way they are. You know, happiness feels foreign to them. Like it's a really scary context, and some people also do find comfort in the attention that they get from people, the sympathy they get from people, and they think, how am I going to function without that? Yeah.
Sorry to hear that, Observe. I didn't know that. Sorry.
That's okay. Not a lot of people do. That's why I'm here to raise awareness from the mental health part.
No, Observer in the chat as well, saying she lost her boyfriend to alcohol, bless her.
Yeah, I did as well.
People don't understand how many people this actually affects. Like, you'd be surprised at how many people suffer with alcoholism.
It's called a family illness.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Because, God, I've lost everyone.
And that just goes to show what I was saying earlier was correct. You just don't realise how many people in your lives dealing with these issues. And when you're on live laughing about it and that, you don't realise that's a trigger for someone. And for then you to go live and saying it's up to your fault, you've been triggered on my lives.
I think if anybody's been through it though, Alex, they can see it for what it is. I mean, like Kaz just said, it's mental and a physical illness. It is an illness. It's classified by the World Health Organization. It's an illness. And so it's not, I know people say you bring it on yourself, but there's something in us that makes us be addicted to alcohol and thrive on it and make it, and then it stops working for you, and you end up.
Someone stated in the comments, you can be a functional alcoholic, and that's what people need to understand.
I wasn't.
There is people that are drink alcohol, be alcoholics, and go to work a normal daily job, and then come home. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I wasn't one of them.
Well, do you know what? I'd love if MD, Ty, and Claire could all sit in a room with Angie. I'd love it. I know she wouldn't even. She wouldn't even have the time or the energy to even have a conversation.
I've been on Angie's live and spoke about that. I've spoken addiction in Angie's live, and she doesn't want to hear it.
No, she doesn't.
All you'll hear is stop controlling me. That's all you'll hear is stop controlling me. I don't want to be told what to do.
Or don't trauma dump.
Yeah.
I mean, can I just add? I mean, I am a healthcare professional, so I've worked 32 years in the healthcare profession as a clinician, and I'm a brummie as well, Alex. So I know most of the alkies in Birmingham. I knew them, but I didn't recognise that I was one because my drinking wasn't the same as them. You know, it's a progressive illness, and the yets do happen. I never woke up in a police station. I never went to A&E. Never had to go to rehab. Never had DTs. Blah blah blah. Yet, but it's a progressive illness, and it got worse.
That is exactly it. I stopped drinking 13 years ago. Believe me, I'd stopped for 9 years, and I hadn't had all the yets. I picked up a drink when my ex died of alcoholism, and I got all the yets.
Sorry, Lexi, can I just address that? Lexi, I can call them alkies because that's what we are. I am an alkie. I'm an alkie in recovery. I can call them that. So I am an alkie, but I'm in recovery and I'm sober one day at a time.
Yeah,
it's all steps that you have to take. You know what I mean? And that's what people need to understand.
Like I'm still struggling with it. I still do relapse with drink quite frequently. I will admit that.
Programmed to do.
It's all part of recovery, though, Kai. So you'll get there.
Yeah, like I'm in the process of reaching back out for help and coming up with a reduction plan again. But you know, as someone who's gone through it, and same as all the other people that have gone through it,
you've got to do it yourself.
Yeah, it's hard. No one can tell you. No one can fight it for you.
If you're dragged to rehab or whatever, you're not going to do it unless you're ready.
Yeah, and this is the thing: is denial is such a powerful thing. Like when I first realised, well, before I even realised I had a problem, the amount of people telling me I had a problem, I was like, no, it's not a problem. I just binge drink like everyone does on a weekend, like, you know, all this stuff. That's how it started, you know.
Everyone gets bright yellow, everybody dies nearly.
Just a comment, please, guys. Someone's put, Gemini said, so some of you know the struggle, but yet still chuck stones. I don't get where people are talking.
No one's chucking stones. We're talking about trying to get through to people.
People are talking about their own struggles they've had and their own experiences and what they've gone through. Like, no one's chucking any stones in here.
Like even after I got clean, I was still in denial about being an addict. I was like, I'm not an addict. These doctors give me them for 8 years. Do you know what I mean? It's their fault I was addicted to these. Like, it was just an accidental addiction. And, you know, it took me a long time to realise it was me put them in my mouth, you know. And even whenever the doctor stopped my prescription, like, obviously I went through withdrawal, so he told me to go buy them illegally. And then that's whenever it got out of hand. So I held a lot of resentment for the doctors. But the past 3 years, I've realised this was all my own fault. I didn't need to.
Yeah, but in active addiction, you hate everyone, don't you? It's everybody else's fault.
Oh, I wrote letters, so I did, complaining. I wrote letters to the pharmacy and everything complaining. But the thing is, with what I was addicted to, there is no license to withdraw anyone from that medication. And it's one of the most common medications. And hopefully someday I would love to get something set up in place so doctors don't hand these out willy-nilly, because it's the same withdrawal as the heavy stuff.
The thing is, there's going to be people in the comments that obviously are supporters of Angie. And you're more than welcome to jump up and have your opinion.
I like Angie. I do.
I liked her as well, but
I do. She is quite entertaining, but
It's very sad.
It's sad. It's just watching someone. I'm not going to say a thing about her because I can't have an opinion on her because I do watch her and I like her, and I think yesterday it was so awful seeing her like that. It was just.
I will be totally honest with you. I mean, I'm one of them people that has suffered for many years. Not so much. I don't now. I mean, I'll get the odd one randomly every few months. But I used to have chronic panic attacks. Let me tell you now, anyone that knows me on the app that can come in this box now, Jeffrey's one of them. I used to suffer real bad with anxiety attacks to the extent of every day I was phoning ambulances, and people go, "Oh my God, you're wasting ambulance services." But when you're going through that situation at the time, you don't realise what you're going through. I was thinking I was having heart attacks all the time. I thought I was going to be on the lives all the time. You know what I mean? It's how I felt on a day-to-day basis. But what I witnessed yesterday wasn't common from a panic attack. It didn't look like any of that last night. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not a professional. I'm only talking on my own experience. But what I witnessed they wasn't panic attacks.
I was talking about earlier on when she was saying that she didn't want to be here.
Yeah. That wasn't panic attacks. Because one thing I've kind of realised when I was going through panic attacks and stuff was that it was the fact wanting to get up, trying to like sort yourself out, thinking what's going on here, and you was in panic, not talking to people and focusing. If honestly now, if I was on here with you now and I started having a panic attack, I'd probably throw my phone. I probably wouldn't even have a chance to end it live. I'd be panicking and I'd throw my phone and try and get myself sorted. But she was too focused on trying to interact with the chat, still saying, "Oh, and that you can't breathe." Well, I couldn't anyway. When I was going through a panic attack, I was struggling, and I was trying. My heart rate was going. I was trying to struggle for breath and everything. And you don't want to make conversations. No. It's like when I was on the phone to the ambulance back when I used to phone them and that, they were saying to me, like, asking me all these questions. I'm saying, I can't talk. Stop talking to me.
You've got no oxygen in your brain, have you? So you can't talk.
And that's what I was like.
Did your hands and all like restrict, and did you feel like you couldn't move your fingertips? Not enough oxygen getting around your body. It was all.
My hands ended up turning into fountains. My hands were clammy as hell, and it was horrible. My whole body went into like a weird situation. And you know, afterwards, I always felt like I wanted to go to sleep.
Yeah, because it exhausts your whole body, so it does. Your whole body's on freak out mode, you know.
There's no way. I'm going to be honest with you. There's no way you're going through 8 panic attacks in that day and not wanting to go to sleep, and you're fine all the way through the day. I'm sorry, no one's RoboCop. Like, I'm telling you now, one proper panic attack, you are exhausted.
You're
fucking shattered.
Yeah, and you can't talk. You can't talk to a panic attack.
I was arguing while struggling for breath on phones with the ambulance service that was going, "How are you feeling? Got any tingling down?" I'm saying, "Just please don't send an ambulance. Just shut up." Like, you're panicking. Like, and I'll be honest with you.
And you can't. The more people tell you to calm down, the more you're like, "I'm dying here."
Yeah. So then you engage in conversations with your parents and whatnot, saying, "Yeah, I'm fine. I can't breathe. It's not panic attacks, man. It's not panic attacks." Come on.
I've seen a couple of comments claiming that Angie might have BPD. I don't know if she does. But
she hasn't been diagnosed, but I'm going to be totally honest with you. There's a possible chance that she does, you know.
Yeah, I have BPD, and I can tell you firsthand that it definitely gives you an addictive personality. Like, anything you can get addicted to, you'll get addicted to. Anything you can, cling on to, you're going to cling on to. Like, it's one of those disorders that's very destructive. I was heavily addicted to social media. To an extent, I still kind of am. I'm not going to lie. I'm addicted to most things, like nicotine, alcohol, caffeine, just all these stupid little things, social media. All these things add up and really consume your life. BPD isn't bipolar, Ashley. It's not. They're two different things.
Borderline. Yeah, BPD is borderline. Bipolar.
Just a reminder, though, that Angie has not been diagnosed apart from self-diagnosis. So we've just got to watch the line on, yes, this looks like this and this looks like that, because people can make a lot of stuff look like a lot of stuff when you read symptoms off Google. So
exactly, and that's what you need to be mindful of.
Yeah.
Stay away from, oh yeah, well, this is what I think she has. We cannot be doing that. We just have to.
We're not licensed
Paramedics not say she has BPD.
Sorry?
She's not been diagnosed with anything.
When I was drinking, I had every mental illness going. I diagnosed myself with everything, and it was just drinking. Well, I have got ADHD, but it wasn't that. That's what you do. You mirror things.
I think
It's a mental illness, alcoholism.
Well, it's not apparent because it actually did happen. Yesterday, she told everyone she had AIDS, so let's be honest now, like, fucking... It's mad,
Is she serious? Does she not understand how many people are actually affected by that, you know? And
she was talk with NJ host and that in a battle touring and that, and she told everyone she had AIDS yesterday, so...
Oh, wow.
Can I just quickly talk? I'm going to try and sort this live out. I haven't got a clue what I'm doing. I'm going live at 12. I'm sorry, Alex, for advertising it on here. It's just the way everyone's talking and that. I'm going live at 12 on alcohol, addiction and recovery. Mainly recovery, because I think that's what we need. A lot of people need to know that, you know, we have got a problem, and it's a day-to-day problem. But day-to-day, with a 12-step program, we can get through things. And we can get through things that... I've got through things that I've never dreamt I would get through without a drink. But I've done it, you know, and we need other people to help each other as well. You know, we can't do this on our own. It's impossible. I've tried. And I know for a fact this is going to help me as well, because I can't get my meetings anymore, and I need to get more involved. And I'll be honest, there is things on here what has triggered me. I have been triggered. And when I get triggered, I've got to look at myself and think, well, why am I being triggered? I'm being triggered because I need help as well, you know what I mean? I'm 19 years away from a drink, but I'm not being funny. Any one of us can go out tomorrow if we're not on this programme. We've got to be on this programme.
Very, very hard. Only 3% of people recover.
Hi, guys. Can I just say something?
Yeah, Mary.
I just want to let you know, and especially I forgot your name, that lady that's going to go live about alcohol and everything. Okay, right. I lived with a guy, this is going back many years, and he drunk and drunk and drunk. I lived up north with him. Anyway, I was in town one day and I saw AA. So I walked in and I felt out of place, but I did say to the guy, can I have a word? He said, yeah. I said, I'm living with a guy that reckons he's not an alcoholic, okay? I explained everything about the way he drank. Do you know what he said to me? He's a binge drinker. A binge drinker is an alcoholic.
Yep.
That's what he told me. He used to go for days without drinking, yeah? That's why I didn't think he had a drinking problem. But when I went into AA and I went in the office to speak to the guy, he said a binge drinker is an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Yeah?
The reason why you drink, like, I drunk on emotion.
Yeah.
A binge drinker, he said to me, I said, well, he tells me he's not an alcoholic. He said, believe you me, he's an alcoholic. He used to go for days. He was the nicest bloke. But when he drank, he was horrible. Yeah? But he used to go for days without drinking. That's why I thought he wasn't an alcoholic.
It's not the amount you drink, it's how it makes you feel and react.
Yeah, because he was horrible to me when he used to drink. But I tell you now, if you're a binge drinker, you are an alcoholic. There are 3 types of alcoholics, he told me. One that drinks all the time and gets up in the morning and drinks, right? He said another one is one that hides their drink so people can't see. He said, and the third one is a binge drinker. You drink and you can't stop drinking. He said, and you'll go for days without drinking. And then when you do drink, you have to have 1, 2 or 3 bottles of wine. And you could go for days without it, but he said it is an alcoholic.
What I found, Mary, the days I went with, because I was a binge drinker, and the days I went without a drink, my head was mushed.
Yeah.
And all you were thinking about was the next drink.
But the other thing
my head
is...
was totally mushed, and I couldn't do anything.
No, and the other thing is...
Lily.
He told me that the more you drink, your body gets used to it, so you need more.
That's true.
Yeah? You need more drink because your body's used to it. I mean, look at these footballers that were alcoholics, yeah? Their body got used to it, so they needed more to make them feel better. And I tell you what, I'm glad I went into that place because I realised if you drink, you are, and a binge drinker is an alcoholic. Those were his words to me.
I mean, today, anyone's allowed in and alive, you know, I'm letting anyone in, but I'm going to have mods.
Yeah.
I'm going to fully control it, and if there's any bullying or any snide comments, then they'll be out.
Yeah.
I'm not in it to make money. I'm not in it to get views. I'm basically in it to help people.
Yeah.
So I don't care if there's only 5 people in that room at dinner time.
No. The other thing is, an alcoholic will lie to you.
Yep.
Right? They will lie and lie and lie to you, and you think they're telling the truth, and they're not.
Yeah.
We're good at lying. We're good at manipulating.
They're good at manipulating, and they're good at lying, and they're good at hiding stuff. He used to say to me, "Oh, I've only had a couple of pints." Have you? Hell, you're drunk. They tell you lies, you know. And to this day, I was glad I went in that AA to speak to them because I felt out of place because I didn't have a drink problem. But he said, no, anybody's welcome. I explained the situation, and he said, a binge drinker, Mary, is an alcoholic. So, you know, you can go for days without it, and then you get the urge you need it. So, good luck to your life, my dear.
Thank you, Mary.
And I'll follow you. I'll follow you because I might have a listen.
Oh, thank you.
That's all right, my dear. I just thought I'd jump on and say that anyway, because people say a binge drinker isn't an alcoholic. They are.
They are, because I was.
Yeah.
How
long have you stopped now, then?
19 years without a drink, but I always say just a day at a time because it's life, isn't it? We've got to live life.
Yeah. It's like smoking, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you ever get the urge now?
Oh,
after all that time?
Last year.
Really?
Death in the family. And it just sent me funny.
Yeah.
But I did all the right things. I picked up the phone, I spoke to people, I told them exactly how I was feeling.
Yeah.
And I just put the steps back in, and it was like, it just went.
Good for you. Well done. But I will come in and listen to your live. But I just thought I'd pop on because I had the experience and went into that AAA place and asked for advice, and that's what he told me. So I went home and kicked him out.
The thing is, what people need.
Sometimes you have to do that though to protect yourself.
Yeah, but the thing is, people need to also understand that step program doesn't help everyone, does it? You know what I mean? Doesn't work.
No, it didn't help me at all. It was too structured and too one way for me.
The only thing though,
you don't have to use God as your higher power. Like your higher power
have to, but it's all the way through it. I mean, God, don't get me wrong, it helped me, but I couldn't. I didn't feel like I still go.
But you eventually will find something, so you will chuck the car.
I don't use God. I have to see things. What I use is something what's higher than myself.
I use the sunset, which don't make sense.
It doesn't matter what you use. It can be a star, it can be a moon. I talk to the sky, me.
Me too.
The only thing I did was I went in there for myself and my children. I wanted to get advice if I was living with an alcoholic. And I just found myself walking in there and I got the answers I needed. So, you know, at the end of the day, I felt better. He said they will lie. They will do anything for drink. But a binge drinker is an alcoholic. They could go days and then they need the urge to have a drink. So I just thought...
The amount of people that become ill when they're not the alcoholic, they're just living with one, and they become absolutely
There's a girl
insane.
on here called Tara. She didn't find that the 12-step recovery thing helped her, but she done it. She constantly talks about a different way, so she does. I've added you, so I'll find her account, and I'll send you it. Like, she's absolutely amazing.
Alex, thank you for letting me in the box. Can you kick me out, please? I've got to go to work.
Yeah, I will do. Okay, Mary, have a good day, all right.
And I will follow you, okay? And I'll listen later at work.
Goodbye, Mary.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, I think I think anyone that's struggled with an addiction as well will agree with me that when you're an addict, you're always an addict. That is, I know that sounds like a really like harmful thing to say, but it's really not. It's the truth, because once you have become addicted to something and once you've recovered from an addiction, you have to mindfully avoid that substance for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
It's a mindful decision that you have to avoid it. Like, it's kind of like when you learn to ride a bike, you never forget how to ride that bike, do you? It's the same with addiction. Your brain will always have that connection and that pathway that goes, oh, if I do X, Y, and Z, this will make me feel good. You know, that's always going to be there, unfortunately. So it's every day. Like, that's why they say take it a day at a time.
And like diazepam is extremely, extremely addictive, and the withdrawals from that are crippling. So they are. So I would advise anyone not to take them on the daily unless the doctor's told you.
If you stop drinking quick, you can actually have seizures.
Yeah.
She needs to be monitored. You can't just come off alcohol.
Yeah. It's a whole lifestyle change. It's not just stop, you know? Like, you have to change your whole way of thinking.
People think you can just, when you drink that much, people think you can just stop. You can't. It can kill you.
It's a better lifestyle, though. I love my life today.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Well, she already knows by doing a fake rehab collection that time that she can get the support.
Yeah.
So why doesn't she just go to rehab? She's got God knows how much money off TikTok.
Do you know why, though? To actually go through with something like that, you need to admit you've got a problem, and she doesn't think she's got a problem, so...
I begged and cried for years to get into rehab, and it's just like they were looking for £100,000 for 2 weeks.
Jesus, my God.
I mean, people need to understand this as well. The other day, listen to this. The other day, that one of a cult, one of a main cult as well, one of the main people, put a post up saying in loving memory of Angie, and she's in, you know, like them things you get at a funeral.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Have you seen in loving memory, and she's there, like, looks like she's like, I'm not going to say it, but and they was all laughing. Even Angie was laughing about it in the comments, and I thought, you know, it's a bit insensitive, that is, when you're basically mocking loss.
Some horrible people on here.
It's mad. And there was all the cults laughing, calling people snowflakes and that. It's not being a snowflake at all.
Also, if she went into a rehab centre of sorts, she wouldn't be allowed to document that.
Yeah. Exactly.
She wouldn't be able to take the phone in, she won't be able to be on live while she's there, that she'll lose that. And I think that's probably the reason that she's not.
Initially, she needs detox, and that's free.
Yeah, because that can be very dangerous.
It's very dangerous.
Yeah. I'm just jumping up, and I'm coming from the other side of it. My father was a binge drinker, he was an alcoholic, and my sister was an alcoholic. And I'm just letting people know there's a thing called Al-Anon, and it's for the families of alcoholics, for them to go and get help. So it's out there, any place that does AA meetings and stuff, they would be able to tell you about it, and it's very, very good for the family. There's great support for them. So there is. So if anybody's going through it with their family, reach out to them. They're fantastic. So they are. So that's all I'm jumping on for. I'm going to jump back down again. I just wanted to say that.
Thank you, Kate. Thank you for popping in.
There is Al-Anon for the families, and there's Alateen, is it? For kids of alcoholics.
Yeah.
Stop spamming my messages, please. I mean, in my WhatsApp, guys. I'm not interested. Yeah,
like I said, it's a family illness, so there's help for all of everybody, but you can't stop an alcoholic drinking unless they want to.
Exactly. You need to admit you've got a problem before you can even try.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All the time she has these.
Please.
Yes. Oh, sorry, Kate. Of course. Have a good day, Kate.
Thank you.
Bye, Kate.
All the time she has these enablers as well. She is never going to get better, because
I'm getting spammed now saying about that she's not been the doctors. She's lying. There's no proof she's been a doctor. She just wanted to go to the CAF and all this stuff. But like I said, I'm not interested. Whatever goes on in our life, they can and stuff. So I don't really need to receive messages about it. I appreciate that, but I don't need to know. Like I said, I hope she gets the help that she needs, even though we've had our differences and stuff. Because you know what? for me, it will show her who truly are there for her and not there for, obviously, the car crash. You know what I mean? We see it with Ems now, to be honest with you. I think Ems has started to realise now within her community, a lot of people are there just to watch the car crash rather than support her. So
That's sad.
It's a shame, isn't it?
This is the problem with social media in its entirety, is that, like, all the time there are people to enable, people aren't going to get any better. Like, and it's not even just substance issues. Like, if we were to look at other content creators, I won't name their first name, but I'll say their last name, Cooney, who has a trigger warning, eating disorder, or anything like that. Like, all these popular content creators that have all these enablers behind them and giving them money and, you know, encouraging their behaviour, that's all the addict is going to listen to. Like, they're going to listen to the people that are already reinforcing what's in their head. Like, this is why social media is so fucking dangerous.
Yeah. It's a shame, innit, that social media is getting used to this, for this now, innit? I remember, like I say, when I first come to this app, and all that used to go on was people dancing, a couple of discussions and stuff, and it was chill. There was none of this money, there was none of this side. I mean, I ain't knocking people earning money on TikTok, but I feel that a lot of people are now using it in ways they shouldn't be using it. Like a lot of manipulation and stuff, where I know it's a different topic, but it also falls in line with all this going on. People are acting up on live, getting drunk, taking narcotics just to obviously act up the prat online and getting gifted for it as well, so they ain't going to change. Morning, Ryan. One sec.
You can't take the money away because it's a monetised app. That's the problem.
I think that's where the issue started, is when they monetised this app, though, because it wasn't. There was no money in this app.
You could get gifted ages ago, but whenever I was on it during lockdown, they did start gifting, but like TikTok took so much of it. It was like
no battles, though, was there?
No, there was no battles. No. People used to use Cash App, didn't they? Because whenever instead of letting TikTok take like 90% of it. And wish lists too.
Yeah, Amazon wish list.
When I joined this, it was like Musically.
Yeah.
People were doing the Renegade and all sorts of shit, and now it's just money now.
I used to just sit and do my makeup on here, and I like sometimes, like when I first came on here, I used to have like up to 1,000 people in my life just sitting laughing and doing makeup, and then I come off for years.
Yeah,
I kept losing my accounts.
I've been through that a few times.
It used to be funny, you know. It used to be funny on there. You know, when people had discussions on there and that, people don't realise when lockdown first originally happened and it was all mainly debates and people dancing like idiots on the app, right? It was literally manic. The rooms were multiple thousands of people, and everyone was just going at each other and stuff. And you know what? It was wild. It was none of this it wasn't monitored like it was now. Like, people were saying the most horrendous stuff in their boxes, and you weren't getting bananas like you do.
I'm permanently bananaed from going live on my other account for a live. It literally says it now. I can screenshot it. I'll screenshot it and put it up. It's hilarious. For a live that I done in 1977. And it says that I was meant to be banned for 5 minutes because my daughter ran into the live, so I stuck my arm out. It looked like a clotheslined her out of the live, but I didn't. I just put my arm out to push her back.
I got that last night.
It was a permanent banana, so it was only meant to be 5 minutes.
1977.
I wasn't even born then.
TikTok weren't fucking around. It weren't even thought about. In fact, the internet weren't around.
It still comes up now if I go on that account to go live for a live I done in 1977, and I must take a picture of it and put it up.
Oh my god.
I'm going to jump down, but it was nice talking to you all.
Oh, thank you, Kai. Thank you for popping
Lovely
up.
to meet you, Kai.
Thanks very much. Bye-bye, guys.
See you later.
And I remember setting my alarm before, like a calendar day, and it come up as about 1901. I'm like, Jesus Christ, where did 1901 come from?
Do you remember in COVID when lives like first started being a big thing?
Yeah.
We used to hold lives that was called beef lives.
Yeah.
And it was literally people just sat screaming at each other for hours.
I don't know why they banned so many. I got banned last night for setting up 2 people. You know, putting them together, and they got done for gender hate violence.
Yeah, I got a violation for saying hello with a smiley face. Have you seen it? Have you seen? You're writing comments and that, and you get violations. I wrote hi, and I got silly as well. Hey, silly. and literally got a violation from it. I was like, really? This is what it's come to now, the TikTok. You can't say literally hi silly without actually getting...
Not allowed to say anything.
I'm getting violations for other people. So I am, like, say, like my mum, we were doing a quiz on Saturday, my mum was in there, and my mum doesn't even swear, you know?
I'm not sure it's Scally, to be honest with you, Nanny Sanj. It's an account with no followers. And the account username was Fat Scally, and I don't think he'd call himself Fat Scally, to be honest with you.
Yeah, they said...
Sorry, carry on, Ginger Jamal.
Sorry, I was reading the comment there.
Oh, okay.
Someone said Torian was telling Angie to drink the other night. It's like, Torian is not responsible for what Angie puts in her body. No one is. You know, of course the encouragement doesn't help, but she's going to do it anyway.
Just got to give her the excuse now, aren't you?
Listen, you're going to see the excuses come up with the light bulbs going off in Angie's eyes.
Yeah, that's what it is.
If it's good, you drink. If it's bad, you drink.
I guess it's like with my addiction, like if I had a headache, take a painkiller. If I had a sore back, take a painkiller, you know. It took years for me to get out of that cycle.
Hi, can I just address something, please?
Yeah.
I've removed myself, from all the toxic shit on this app and that toxic group, and I've just had a message from Amanda saying that...
Jake, take it to the inbox. Take it to Amanda's inbox, please. But this is you can't go from a conversation like that into just a drama. Please, just message Amanda in her inbox, please.
That Ned Jones is saying they're Scally.
Right, you don't know who's who, do you? You don't literally know who's who. Like, you want to clear, but you don't need to clear your name to the public, do you? You can clear your name to Amanda. Just you and Amanda have the conversation. It's only between you two.
I didn't even know what it is about.
Oh, I don't know. Like I said, it's just something that's gone on, and to be fair, she's not addressed it to the public, so...
Okay.
Okay, do your last, mate.
So what's your plans for the rest of the day then, Alex?
I've got to pop out and do a couple of things, and then we'll see how the day goes. You know what I mean? There's no... Is that you, Scally?
Oh, then.
Scally?
Hi guys, it is me, just for reference. Check me out, I was on my real name, Alex.
Yeah, but you wasn't on your real name, mate. It was on 00 following, and your username was Fat Scally.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, but I didn't. Obviously, mate, it was a 00 account, and your username was Fat Scally. I'm not going to think that's going to be you, am I?
No, listen, Alex, I might actually have to have a word with you off of this, because I've gone from Apple to Android, and I'm not having a good time yet. I'm struggling.
All right, mate. Just drop me a message and I'll try and help you.
Okay, yeah, I'll drop you a follow. I do follow you with this anyway, but I'll speak to you in a little bit.
All right, mate.
Good morning to everybody else. Have an amazing day. I'm down here, your neck of the woods. I'm down your neck of the woods at the minute, Alex. So yeah, get the teapot on.
All right, mate. Sound.
Yeah. All right. Catch you all later.
Right, catch you in a bit.
Bye.
I fully didn't think that was going to be him.
Nah, nor did I. So we've gone from other addictions to now from an Apple addiction into an Android addiction. So
I cried when I switched from Apple to Android. I cried for days, but now
Thank God I could not go to Android. It'd kill me.
Really think that.
Oh, bless you.
It got to the point where I had the screen fixed in my Apple phone like 10 times in the space of 7 months. So it just gave up in the end. So I've got an Android one now.
It's because you've got a misleading name.
I know.
Where's Ned Jones come from?
And that's what I mean. And then it was the other account was literally a 0 following, 0 followers, right? And it said Fat Scally as the username. I'm pretty sure not anyone's going to believe that's you. Sorry, Scally. all you said, do you know who this is in the comments? Do you know who this is, Alex, with a question mark? So obviously I'm going to be like, you know what I mean? You could possibly be a troll. You didn't even request the box either.
I was expecting someone to come on the camera and be picking the nose or something.
Oh yeah, well, we've seen the DWP do the most on the app, didn't he? What he used to do on here.
Is he the one that used to pick his nose and eat it, and then he'd show his toilet and stuff?
He used to show naked men's genitalia on the app and stuff.
I seen the one that used to join the box, and then he'd show a poop in his toilet.
Oh, and he's put his finger in it. It's weird.
Yeah.
I seen the toilet one.
No, it was great.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe he was proud of it.
Awful.
What's everyone else up to for the rest of the day?
Yes,
Well,
I'm for real. They used to do it. So they'd join the box and start speaking. Next minute, the camera would turn on and you'd be looking
at a giant thing in the toilet.
At a log?
Yeah. Oh my god, did you see that live that Angie and Miss Red was on and the fake Jamesino account?
Oh, yeah, I did. And they were showing the rude thing.
The rude lady.
Yeah.
And that was what. Now, we get bananaed for saying, like, silly. And that went on for a good 1 minute and a half. I was like, what the hell?
Oh, no, that was funny.
That was grim.
Yeah, right, my poo. Oh, no, my God's sake. Not that Sam, Jesus Christ. I'm not going. Do you know what it is? People probably still waking up now because it is TikTok. People do stay up late and they're probably just starting to eat their breakfast now.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, same rate, my poo.
blame Chloe for this, you know what I mean?
I apologise.
You know what I mean? So what's everyone else doing today?
I have a sick child today, so not much.
I've got COVID. I'm recovering from COVID.
Same.
I'm going on Tracy Live at 12.
I just want to take this opportunity, Alex, if I can, just to big up Blackport, because he's been a little hero for me this week. He's been putting random bags of fruit and God knows what on the doorstep.
Yeah. I said to Black Pope yesterday, he put a post out and he said that no one lets me in to speak. And I said, mate, you've not requested my box. I'll never ever turn you away from coming in my box if you want to have your say, mate. Don't ever feel that's okay.
He is going to come and speak. He just needs to banana him again. He just needs to get his account back, and then he said he's going to come up.
Yeah, I know. Look, I said he's more than welcome to, because you know what, it's actually good to listen to a man that's been educated, been through his experiences and that. They can actually educate people, because unfortunately there's people on the app that are discussing things that realistically they're just making themselves look silly. So
yeah, I suggested either yours because you know you're fair to your platform. To be fair, so
yeah,
I'm glad.
I've never had an issue with him. Sorry, what was that, Nana Coco? Sorry, I didn't hear it.
I said I'm glad that you offered that, Alex.
Of course, 100%.
And he said he will do as well. He just needs to get his thing up and running again. But yeah, he's been a little angel for me this week, love, because I've been really ill.
Yeah, it's good. It's good, to be fair. You know, he's all right. I've never had an issue with him.
I've been left with no sense of smell for the first time in my life. It's the weirdest thing ever.
I've never had it, you know. I've never had that because I've had COVID 3 times this year now, right? And I've not had it. I've not lost my taste or my smell, not once.
Yeah, it's strange.
I've had everything else though. I've had all the other bad stuff though. You know what I mean? Like the headache.
Because I never even noticed that. I didn't have the sense of smell until I was boiling up some ginger tea and cutting the ginger. And my nephew called and said, "My God, that's so strong." And I thought, I can't smell. So yeah, it's just been bizarre. But I'm on the workload to recovery now, so.
Do you feel okay now? Like you don't feel too ill?
I'm not aching no more, and I feel very weak. I'm just left with a sense of no smell and just feeling a bit weak. I hoovered up yesterday. I had to do 10-minute intervals and go sit down for like 20 minutes, half an hour, and then get back up and do another 10 minutes. But that's the first time I've been out of the bed really since a week. So, but I'll get there.
I hope you feel loads better soon.
Thank you, my love. One thing about having COVID, though, everybody stayed away from me, so I've been...
Well, that's to be.
To be honest with you, there should be a TikTok COVID, you know, when you don't want to go in people's rooms and that, like, I ain't entering that room. No,
yeah, I'll catch something in there.
You're right, Susan.
Anyway, I'm loving and leaving you all. Thanks, Alex, for the intro.
No worries.
Everybody have a great day. I'm sure I'll see you all again. Take care, everyone.
Yeah, rest
You
up,
too,
man.
Nana.
I don't know if Susan knows she's in the box.
It says she's paused.
And I think she's like, I think she's a little bit shocked, you know. I'll drop her anyway, just in case. She can request back if you need to pop up. But I think she's panicked. She's like, I'm going to lose my job. So I think she's gone into the box and she's like, oh God. Can be daunting if you've never been in boxes, isn't it? You know, it's like...
I'm shocked that you actually let me in the box today and you trusted me.
Oh, do you know what? I was thinking about, you know, I flipped a coin just before accepting, you know, I thought, you know what, I'm gonna give it a chance now.
I've actually behaved today.
I know, there's a few people that are literally, I'm not being funny, I'll be friends with you, but when there's certain topics going on, I look at the inbox, I look at the request and I'm cringing, I'm thinking, please don't start. And I'm like, oh my God. Can we move on to more Mandela effects? I've got Mandela effects I was going to show this morning, Disney ones. Like, you know, Mickey Mouse. You know, Mickey Mouse always had a tail.
No. Yeah?
Yeah. Everyone was saying Mickey Mouse, and he used to have dungarees, and he never had dungarees ever, you know.
The Fruit and Loom one as well, have you done that one?
Yeah, I did that one yesterday, yeah.
The Monopoly guy.
Yeah, we done that one. Done that one yesterday.
Man.
We've got someone coming in the box now.
Well.
Hi, babies. Can you hear me?
We can hear you, pal.
Hello. I'm just going to put my camera on and show you who's come to see me to explain the case that I was getting blamed innocent over something.
Who's came to see you?
No. Look. It's Miss Pineapple's sister.
Oh, look who it is.
And that's her husband. Yeah. So there you go. They've come, explained the whole case, showed us all the photos for this non-existent person that I've been speaking to. But anyways, so I'm not even speaking about her name, but how lovely was that? For somebody to come and explain the side of the story.
Can I say hello to her, Pearl?
You can hear have a chat to her.
Oh God, I need a filter on.
Hello, Carolyn Jones. Hello, Carolyn Jones. You okay?
I'm not Carolyn Jones.
I'm only joking. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm only joking. How are you doing? You okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, you okay? I'm glad you popped to see Pearl.
Yeah,
don't shoot me, guys.
She's only like 20 minutes up the road.
That's so nice of you.
Yeah, it's nice. Nice that you popped to see her.
Just wanted to clear some things up.
Yeah, it's good. It's good that you've actually made the journey, and that's nice. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people was kind of twisting things with yourself, probably as well. You know, and trying to make out that you do all along and stuff.
Hold on.
Hey, listen here. I was here, right? And anyway, this fan comes up and this lad's chatting away and he went, did you used to have the burger van in another thing? And I went, yeah, and I told him where, and he went, I remember you, and I went, oh, he said, just to meet you said, I said, I didn't call you a divvy Kent, did I? He went, yes, it is you! And then he got called more than that because he was taking the complete nut of this out of us again.
Not suitable for TikTok live.
No, it wasn't. See, this is why I don't go live, and hasn't it been busy all morning, so I haven't even attempted to go live this morning.
We've been here like an hour now.
Yeah. But, so no, I just wanted to show you, everybody, that this is Miss Pineapple's sister and brother-in-law in the flesh.
The innocent party.
The innocent party, yes, and I feel so much better about myself now. They've come and had a chat to us.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's brilliant they made the journey for your Pearl. Anyway,
I just wanted to give you the exclusive, you know.
No, brilliant.
Hey, did you see that? Oh, I can't go on here without a filter on. Say, you bastards, don't wear fucking filters. Right, listen, give us 10 minutes and I'll be back in. Just say bye to these. But I just want to show you before they piss off.
Bye.
Right?
Right. See you later, everyone.
See you. Bye.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Wait, so that's...
No, I can't even second guess.
Miss Pineapple's sister, then?
I know, I'm sick and tired of them clout chasing these days, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to do my life. Jesus Christ, terrible. You know.
That's not Carolyn Jones. What? That's not... Who is it?
That was her sister, I think begins with a C. What's her name? I don't want to get her name wrong. It begins with... What's her name, guys? Come on, tell me her name. It begins with a C. It's Clarice or something like that. Come on, guys. You do me wrong here. You do me dirty. Come on, guys. Don't leave me like this. Clarice, yeah, that's it, Clarice. God, thank God I got it right. Yeah, Clarice. Her name is, yeah. That's her sister. Not, the actual Miss Pineapple is Carolyn Jones. That's been cleared up now. She was at Pearl's van. She was Happiness. She's popped to say hello and clear a few things up.
It's nice they made the effort to do that, though.
Yeah, it's good. Because a lot of people were starving for it, weren't it? Saying that they knew and there was conversations, Pearl knew this and Pearl knew that, and you know what I mean? They've just gone to clear it up, basically. So basically all the people that have been going around the app saying Pearl was a liar, then a bit of egg on the face, isn't it, really?
Well, Pearl can only go by who she sees on FaceTime, you know?
Yeah, exactly, 100%. 100%.
Years ago. Well, last year.
Sorry?
Is this all about last year?
No, well, it's been going on for a little while, isn't it? The pineapple thing. She got called out, I think it was start of the year. Was it the start of the year? I don't think it was last year.
Yeah, I heard it ages ago.
Yeah, it was quite a while ago. And everyone said it was she stole from the child charity and all that stuff. Yeah, it's been going on for quite a few months now. Quite a few months, like 8 months, I believe.
Like, I know it's like I've had this conversation before. I know it's bad what she's done, right? But like, and people have done loads of bad things. But do we have to condemn someone for the rest of their life over something? You know?
She made it worse for herself, though. That's the problem here.
Yeah.
It's bad enough anyway. But when you started blaming family members and calling everyone liars and all this stuff, I think if she would have come on the app originally, they're obviously still going to have a lot of people that would never ever support her or agree with what she's done. Well, if she come to the app and said, you know what, that was me, I was going through whatever ordeal, and it's never going to be condoned, but she could have said, you know what, my hands are held up, I did it, I've regretted it now, and I'm moving on with my life. Then some people might have had a different look, but unfortunately, she went straight away and started calling everyone liars, saying it was her sister that did it and all this stuff. As soon as you start blaming family members and that, it's fucking sick.
Yeah, I didn't know all that. I didn't know all the ins and outs of it.
It's a shame, innit? You have to turn to blame your family just to try and get yourself out of it.
I mean, like, I was arrested for something years and years ago, like whenever I was 17. And I wouldn't like to think people would think I'm the same person as I was when I was 17. You know, I'm 32 now.
Yeah, and one thing I don't also agree with as well was people leaking her nude pictures all over this app. Even though she's in the adult entertainment, even though her pictures are on these escort sites, and it still doesn't make it right for you to be putting on a 13+ app trying to get to her. I don't agree with that either.
That happened with a friend of mine. She's in the adult industry and she does OF and stuff, and pictures of her got shared around the town we lived in. She was able to sue them, so she was, because at the end of the day she didn't have a contract with these people. She had a contract with the people on OF to not give these pictures out. Like, it shouldn't happen in any instance, you know. Like, I've had it happen to me, Alex, and it's heartbreaking when you see a picture of yourself on the internet that you didn't.
Do you know what made it wrong as well? I won't go into too much detail. There was doing close-ups of her downstairs and putting faces on it. You know what I mean? Like, and it was just like a little bit seedy and stuff. It just wasn't right at all.
It's in Comment Cafe, isn't it? I think she said.
Yeah, they did it, and there was a lot of other people that did it. Sick.
Oh. It's not nice. So it's not, like, I remember it was not last February, the February before. I got a photo sent to me on TikTok, and like, I just seen it and my heart broke, and I was like, literally, like, I didn't know what to do.
It wasn't Ruth Daisy's picture. This is what I mean. It wasn't Ruth. It wasn't Ruth, the picture I did back in the day. It wasn't Ruth's picture. God, some people, makes me laugh.
But TikTok left that up on TikTok for like months and months and months. I had to argue with them to get it taken down.
Yeah, to be fair, TikTok ain't arsed, doesn't it? Unless the AI system picks up it's an image that shouldn't be on the app. You try and report it and that, they don't give a shit.
Because it was my top half, they said, because it would come under a certain thing, obviously with breastfeeding and stuff. That's why they would have left it up. Yeah,
there was ages ago I reported an account that was literally trigger warning, guys. Trigger warning. There was it was an account with loads of like schoolgirls getting ready for school.
Oh.
And stuff like that, and the account username was I'd like to FUK basically, yeah. And I reported the username and that, and TikTok came back saying no violation. I remember leaking it, showed it all on the app, and I was like, wow, how is TikTok allowing these usernames and that on these accounts?
Yeah, I've reported quite a few things, and it comes back no violation and stuff. It's absolutely ridiculous.
They literally don't care.
Even the violations flag up so easy on here. I put a video on with Rishi Sunak on, and I got banned for 2 weeks.
Yeah, they class it as baiting, don't they? They class it as baiting. It's mad, like if you put certain things out there, you repost. Not repost, sorry. If you say if you've got someone else's content and posted it yourself instead of reposting it, sometimes it comes back as you're trying to insinuate hate and stuff, and you're like, you're really not. You're just reposting something that's out there already. It's weird. I don't get it.
I was fuming. It was a video of Rishi Sunak chasing his dog round the park. We got banned for 2 weeks.
How dare you?
I was so rude.
I know. What was that? There was someone put out a joke the other day. Oh, what was it? I'm not even going to say it because it always looks bad on me. So I'm not
don't say it.
No, it wasn't a serious joke, but it was the fact is like people was just wishing for someone to come back to the country rather than have Keir Stammer in charge and stuff. And I was thinking, like, people will say anything just to try and get a rise off people. It was basically, I'll tell you, I'm not going to just paper over the cracks. It was people saying, like, I'd rather have Samiga Begum in charge than having fucking Keir Stammer in charge, you know what I mean? And I was like, wow, shocking. You know what I mean? And this is what I mean. This is what's wrong with the society. It's shocking. I stand on business, baby. I sit on business. I don't stand up for no hope.
I'm confused.
Mr. I don't know what's going on in the comments, to be fair. I don't know if they're singing a song to themselves or something, I don't know. I don't know.
Confused.
You're confused?
Yeah, is that a song?
I don't know. It's a joke.
Oh.
I don't know. Apparently Miss Fizzle said it's a joke, I don't know. Miss Frizzle, I don't know. How are you getting on with your tattooing anyway? Clever.
Grand. I had to take a few days off because the police come to seize one of my dogs.
Oh, shit.
Fun times. Yes, before anyone has to look, I am a lover of banned breed dogs. Yes, I am.
Beautiful, though.
And I have a collection of them as well. Yes.
It shouldn't be a banned breed anyway. Bad owners, not bad dogs.
You know, I know someone that's got to hide his dog because she's beautiful because it's a banned breed. And
see, all of mine are all exempt. They've all got certificates. They're all following the stupid bleeding rules. But
it's so mean.
Banned for a reason. Yeah.
Yeah. Jesus, I knew a poodle that shook something. Mind you, you don't see poodles these days.
The thing is, what people don't realise, there's more terriers that bite.
Oh God, they're awful. I had one too.
I've got a terrier, and when I say she is a terrier, she's a terrier. How you doing, Ali Jane?
I'm not getting into the debate about the dogs because I will not be very nice and I will not be very polite about it. So I'm not getting into a debate about that. Keep your opinion to yourself because I couldn't give a shit.
Crazy Welsh it is the owner.
Yeah.
We can all snap at some point, including dogs. But if they're brought up right, then...
Listen, my dogs are exactly like me. I don't like most people too.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't like humans, so why are my dogs expected to like other dogs? Why are they expected to like other humans? A small dog can't do serious harm. Tell that to the dachshund that ripped someone's face off then.
Yeah. It's just people have their difference of opinions and stuff. I've always been under the impression that a lot of these dogs are acting the way they do because of their owners. Like I said, my mum has had dogs all my life. I'm a 30-odd-year-old man now, right? My mum has had dogs through my whole life, and never once has any one of them dogs been aggressive, never once been what you'd see snappy, or never once bit anyone, ever. And they've been around a lot of people. My cousin, when she was a youngster, used to hang off the back of my dog and try and ride it like a horse, and used to pull the ears and used to tell her to stop. But you know what it is, kids will be kids. And never once that dog snapped. Never once. Because you know what it is. And it was a dog known to be aggressive at times as well. And it never once snapped.
Because they have personalities too. They could, you know, it's...
But it's like comments, and do you know what it is for me? It's the amount of misinformation that went alongside the ban. Like, I've got 4 bully breeds, and I have a variation of American bullies. They are all American bullies, but they're all different size standards. I have 4 in my house, all at the same time, all living together. And the amount of misinformation that went out around the ban. I know my dogs, to some people, will look scary because they are big dogs. If you're not a dog person, A big dog that's muscular and toned and has a big head is going to be scary. I know that. I'm not stupid. I know that my dogs are not for everybody. Like, the same way I wouldn't go and buy a Chihuahua because I wouldn't really know what to do with it.
Exactly.
I think a lot of people's personal opinion on I don't like big dogs, so this is a good thing, fed into quite a lot of it.
I know, Griffin. I heard about that as well. That was disgusting. That was me. That wasn't on the media as much either as well. You know.
Yeah, because it won't be, will it? It's not a big dog.
You heard about the one in London though, the bully breed though, didn't you? You heard about the one in the park. Big difference, isn't there?
Big dogs are so much softer. Little Chihuahuas and Terriers, they're awful, aren't they? I mean, they're cute. Well, they're not, but...
Griffin, you love your Chihuahua. I'm not being funny. I've met 2 Chihuahuas in my life and both of them have really tried to take my fingers. Both of them have tried to take my fingers off. I'm going to be honest with you. My Chihuahua, not my Chihuahua, sorry. 2 Chihuahuas I've ever had around me, both of them have tried to take my fingers off. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say all of them are the same, but I've really been attacked by Chihuahuas numerous times.
Yeah, I've always been attacked by small dogs, never a big dog.
Yeah.
Small dogs are demon dogs.
Yeah. Morning, Kerry Curl. Hope you're well. A chow chow has bitten me. But I mean, truth. Terrible, these fucking animal dogs. These vicious dogs. My one's the worst, man. You know what? She only fights me, though.
Oh. Just to upset you all.
Chloe, you've changed.
I know. 1 minute. Why does my box zoom in like that when I put a picture on?
I don't know. It's mad, isn't it? Let me try and... If a big box share, big box share, let me see if that changes it. Oh, there we go.
Is it a boy?
Girl.
Oh, she's gorgeous.
Yeah,
I have a full collection. So she's my XL. So she's the biggest of mine.
Yeah, she's lovely, she is.
And just for everyone that's really, really scared, my 8-year-old daughter is a junior ring handler, and she was the junior ring handler for said dog, which is actually 3 times the weight of her. So she used to show her in a ring for competitions and shows.
Yeah, that's good, that is, and you know what I mean, that you could bring up your children around the dogs and that, because you know what, dogs are really fucking protective over children. There's certain things like terriers as well, like Staffordshire Bull Terriers, they used to call them the nanny dogs, didn't they?
Oh, they're beautiful.
And they're really protective over children, mega protective. I think that's just within the bully breed itself, to be honest with you, the terrier.
Oh, look at her eyes.
See, I think the thing is, as well, is a lot of people have no idea on genetics. So luckily with my girl, she is an American bloodline, so she is a pure XL bully by the standard. And no, it's not recognised here as a breed, but in America it is. So she's got a full American bloodline. So when this breed was brought over here, and I'm not happy about saying it, but there is a community of people that have bullies that got them as status dogs, as status symbols, because they were big and they were bulky and they were intimidating. And they got bred with anything that you could find, because these dogs used to sell. You'd have pups that were £5,000 up to £45,000. So these were money makers massively, and this is where their breed has just been destroyed completely, because that's what they got seen as then. It was just a money maker.
Yeah.
She's beautiful.
Yeah, she is. Nice colouring as well. I like the colour.
And she's scared of cats. She's scared of the dark, so she has to go for a wee before 7 o'clock. Because she will not go outside.
Yeah, she looks dead vicious.
Because the size, and it's the size that's intimidating a lot as well, isn't it?
Yeah, well, she is massive. I'm not even going to lie. She's humongous. So the actual size standard that the government put on for XLs was like females had to be 19 inches and blah, blah, blah. So my Luna is 24 inches.
Oh,
so
Jesus.
She's bigger than the male standard for what they are.
She's called Luna.
Yeah.
Oh, she's gorgeous.
But now, it's strange now, because people that she grew up with on like other dogs that she'd play with in the park and things like that, even people that have known her since being a pup, they'll pick their dogs up now when they see her and walk past her, even though they've grew up with her as a baby. So it's like her whole perspective, her whole life has completely changed now because people just look at her and think, yep, vicious dog.
Yeah.
That's so cruel.
My real life friend in the chat there, Frankie, he's got he's got 2 German Shepherds and a French Bulldog.
See, I've had some beef with some French Bulldogs, you know.
A lot of they have the little man syndrome, don't they, with French Bulldogs? They think they can fight the world, they do.
Yeah, I've had a few scraps off French Bulldogs.
Yeah, the French Bulldog next door to my mum's, and her name's Daisy, and she is really she thinks she can take on the world.
They make me laugh. French Bulldogs, though, because they are, in essence, a similar breed to American Bulldogs. They're just like the little teeny tiny version. So they have the same kind of attitude, but they're little. So when you get a big dog, not much is really intimidating to a big dog, but when you get a little tiny dog, everything's intimidating because they're scared of everything.
Yeah, Joe just said my kids are more aggressive than my ducks. Do you know what? That's probably bang on. You know what I mean? You see them today, don't you? You see, if you've ever walked down the street and you see fucking people walking with their kids from school and stuff, and you hear the way they are, and you're thinking, Jesus Christ, I'm glad I ain't got any youngsters now.
I'm more nasty than my dogs, I promise you. You don't have to worry about my dogs biting you on the walk. I will.
Yeah, Chloe definitely does bite you. You know
I'll bite.
what I mean? Definitely will. Definitely a little man syndrome. I know, trust me, country living, honestly. You see many of these small dogs. My little dog, she's a little terrier. She's got 4 breeds in her. But she looks like a bit of a, I don't know, I can't really explain really. But you know, with her and that, she's so placid. Don't bite anyone but me. She knows that the only person she fights is me. So of a night time, she'll want to scrap me and bite me and just have a little bit of a play, and then she'll go to sleep. But she won't bite anyone else or go near anyone else or be aggressive to anyone else. It's just me. And that's how the way she's been raised, that if she actually wants to play, is only with me only. So,
Amy, I'm the same. I'm exactly the same. I'll go up and I'll pick an XL bully up off the floor and swing it round, and Rottweilers and everything. Oh, bring a chihuahua to me. Don't know what I'm doing. Shit myself.
Yeah, I think that's the same, innit? It's like with me, I'm going to throw it out there. I wouldn't mind handling a massive spider, but when it comes to the little creepy ones, nah, they're not for me. You know what I mean? If there was a giant spider and that, I wouldn't mind grabbing that, but it's them little freaky ones, the little ones that are really scary. Can't deal with them.
It's strange, that, isn't it? Because you'd always think, like, the bigger the thing, the more intimidated that you'd be.
My dog hates Pomeranians. I've been bit by one of them as well.
Oh, I hate them. They're vicious.
I've been bit by a little Pomeranian. They're so beautiful looking as well. They're so cute
Yeah,
looking.
they are. Cute, but they, oh my God. I had to look after one for a week and I was scared to death of it. It was so nasty.
My friend's got 5, so she's got Chihuahuas and Pomeranians, 5. And they come on a walk with Luna, and Luna hid behind a fence panel the whole time.
Yeah.
And wouldn't walk. She was like, oh no, I can't. It was just going mad at her. She was like, oh no.
Oh.
There we go. Yeah. All right, guys. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna get off and go sort a couple of things out. I'll probably be live this afternoon sometime. But yeah, thanks for everyone that's come in today and that. I appreciate it and that. All right, guys.
Out of trouble.
I will. I'll try. You know, man. But yeah, thanks everyone, guys, for coming in and that. You can go and watch whoever you want to go and watch now.
See you later.
All right.
See you
Thanks, Claire.
later.
For coming. Thanks, Chloe. Thanks, guys. I will, Maria. 100%. See you later, guys.
The Observer, providing you with the latest TikTok drama from across the UK.